Hey y'all, y'all, it's so heavy. We are going to be opening a Checkered Finish package today, formerly known as Lizmo's Creations. Hi Lizmo. I'm very excited for this, y'all. Not only have they rebranded to Checkered Finish, but they have gotten into nail polish. And what you see in this big honkin' box, y'all, it's so heavy. It is 4 pounds of nail polish in here. This is their debut nail polish collection. So I'm very excited to get into this. Technically, I guess it's collections. There is a trio in here. There's a 6-piece collection. We have some creams. We have some top coats. We have some base coats. We have some specialty monthly things. So we have tons and tons of awesome things in this package. And I am so excited to get them open and show them off to y'all. Hello, Trio-nix. Oh boy. Oh, I butchered that. Apologies. Chrissy, welcome in, Chrissy. Let's send this to our broadcasting channel so everyone in there knows that we are live currently. And then we will get into this big box of beauties. This was sent to me by, Chrissy Loves Lacquer. You changed your name. Okay. Sorry, all my nose itches. Hi, Kaylee. This was sent to me by Checkered Finish to show off to all of y'all and to swatch. As always, lives are my own doing, my thoughts and opinions and all that, just to get that out of the way for YouTube, because if you didn't know, I do post all of my lives over on YouTube as well. So you can watch the replay over there. It makes it a little bit easier, especially now that YouTube has gotten rid of the pause function on Reels. Does that bother anyone else? Like, it drives me unnaturally insane. I hate that I can't pause a reel now. Like, nobody asked for them to get rid of that, and it bugs me so much. Chrissy said, I had to log out for something and forgot to log back in. Okay, I got you. Hi, Mama Nancy. How are we doing? Are you super excited for Liz and these beauties? I'm so excited to get into these. I have tried my hardest to avoid spoilers, y'all. You know I don't look at any of this stuff until we're here live. But Liz has done some outstanding jobs with her PR and showing off stuff. So, and I guess because of how much we chat and things, my algorithm, like every time I open my app, I swear there's something Checkered Finish. So I have seen a little bit of them. I've been good about not reading names or descriptions or anything, but I have seen a little bit of the spoilers and things. So not entirely first looks on everything in here, but mostly first looks. So Nancy says, hi, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm very excited to get into these, which we're going to go ahead and do because we have a lot of unboxing. As I said, we even have base coats and top coats from Checkered Finish in here. So those we're just going to unbox. We'll chat about them briefly, descriptions and such. We're not going to live swatch those because y'all, we talk about watching paint dry, and that literally is what would happen if we were to test out top coats and base coats during this, in my opinion. So I'm not going to be swatching those. I may use like the glossy top coat on a swatch so you guys can see how glossy it dries and such. But I'm not going to literally just, swatch them on a swatch wheel. So hello, Crystal. How are we doing? What is for dinner tonight? Yes. So excited to get in these. We're going to go ahead. Pardon the slightly helping my in-laws move. It was a whole thing. We combined 2 houses into 1 house. It took multiple trips with multiple U-Hauls, and we are pretty exhausted. I also just had a little bit of a cat nap on the couch. So we're looking a little bit down. It is a Sunday, so technically that's a sip and swatch. Also, y'all, this is going to be a long one. Again, 4 pounds of nail polish in here. It's a big one. So grab you a snack, grab you a drink, so we can get into this, and you can kind of curl up wherever you're at. I personally am drinking an electrolytes package to rehydrate after the weekend, so nothing super exciting here, but hydration is exciting, right? Let's see. Lizma says, hi, Mom. Crystal says, hi, everyone. Nancy says, hi, Liz. Crystal says, good. How are you tonight? It's lazy, just a can of soup. That's fine. Sometimes lazy is the best meal. And Chrissy, who my brain, I'm going to have to get used to that handle, is, yes, I need to know what Crystal is making. See, we all need to know what Crystal's making for dinner. That needs to be a polish. We need that. Or Crystal, I know it doesn't really go with your gothic decal theme, but like, maybe a food decal set to and call it like what's Crystal making for dinner, or Crystal's dinner or something. That would be so much fun. Hello, Christina. I was thinking about you earlier today. And now my brain can't figure out what exactly linked me Like, I mean, I love you, obviously, but like there was something specifically that my brain was like, oh yeah, Christina, and I don't remember what it was. So anyways, Crystal says too funny. Okay, we're gonna get into this box. I'm very excited. It is already open, y'all, because I did, as always, I open it to find out what all was in here, how much was in here, due dates, all that jazz. You guys know how it works here. So also then this way I don't have to cut tape on camera and you guys watch me struggle. We have info sheets. We love a good info sheet, which I'm gonna go ahead and pre-open. So if I need any of that data, which I will when we get to our top and base coats that are in here at some point, I will want some of this information. So info sheets, perfect. Kayla said, what are we doing today? We are opening Checkered Finish package. Checkered Finish is a, not new brand, a rebrand of Lizmo's Creations. So they are changing their name over. They will still have their amazing cuticle oils and their scrunchy pluses and all their fun stuff that they already carry, but now they're also going to do nail polish. And if you have never heard of Lizmo's Creations, it is Nails of Lizmo here on Instagram, who is also a swatcher. She started y'all, my brain. She started Lizmo's Creations with her mother, Nancy, and they work on it together, and now she's transitioning into Checkered Finish, which I believe there's maybe a little bit of a blurb on here of why she started. Maybe not. She has a whole thing of why she chose the name and all that stuff, y'all, which is on their post too. So definitely, y'all, if you're not already following Checkered Finish, the Checkered Finish here. The brand is called Checkered Finish. But their website is the Checkered Finish, and to keep all that the same, that's why their handle here and their page over on Facebook, which go give that a like as well, it's also called the Checkered Finish. So definitely make sure y'all give them a follow. I know Lizmo posted on there. She's super into she's super into cars and racing and cool stuff like that. And it also plays a nod to like some of the music that she's into and things. So it all just vibes with Lizmo and her likes and loves for everything. So it's a really cool thing. I know she has a post about a story of that. We have so many comments coming in, y'all. I love this. Before it gets too far into the live, I'm going to try to switch to my usual account. That's okay. It's not a big deal. I promise. My brain has to get used to it. Let's see. Christina said, hello. I'm so excited for this live and to see your swatches once you get them done. I am so excited to get into them. Lizmo says, me too. And hi. Chrissy loves switched. Okay. I just have to get used to it. My brain just takes a little bit, I swear. Christina said, essentially, she loves cars. Yes, she does. And because I love polish, and it was inevitable. There we go. Okay, we're going to get into pulling stuff out. We can still chat as we pull stuff out, but again, y'all, mostly first impressions. And also, Liz made a comment about, I should have blocked you so you didn't see anything. And I was like, ADD, I won't remember it. And that cannot be truer because my brain just went, ooh, square bottles. And I know we've seen a post of a square bottle. She pulled it out of a Scrunchy Plus, out of an extra large Scrunchy Plus, y'all. And I still have already forgotten that her bottles are square. So look, ooh, square bottles. First of all, I love these bottles. I think they're super sleek, super nice. And then this first polish, well, okay, we're also going to talk about this logo, y'all. Look at this logo. Absolutely fantastic. And this is called The Antidote. This is from the Anthem Part 2 collection, which is a 6-piece collection we're going to have in here. So this is a gorgeous bright purple, dare I say neon even. And it's got tons of gorgeous, gorgeous flakies in here. Super shifty. I'm seeing a green and gold and maybe orange shimmer in those flakies. Super fun. Hello, Laura. How are we doing tonight? And y'all, usually I chuck things, but I don't throw the bubbles because I reuse them, and it's easier if I just stay those organized as I go. Ooh, hello. I see sparkles. What are you? This is Slippery. So they're going to do this really cool thing called a Car of the Month. It's a Ride of the Month, which is inspired by a car each month. So this one is called Slippery, and it's actually labeled SLPRY. We'll show that more on the front camera, back camera. When we flip you all around, we'll show that closer. But this is super, super cool. I see some large circle glitters, red, purple, and teal. I think that's the color word I want to use, like metallic shreds, and it's in a clear base. So this looks like a really fun kind of flaky glitter topper here. Oh, it's really cool. I'm excited to get this out of the bottle. There we go. You guys are not really seeing the white circles. You can see the better on this side. Amazing. Let's see. Chrissy said purple. Chrissy said beautiful. We got a purple heart from Chrissy. Elizabeth says all the flakies. Yes, that is a flaky bomb in our first purple there. Laura said, hi, good. Just got done planting some tomatoes, painting some tomatoes. Y'all, did I mention I am exhausted? 2 days of moving. 2 days. Sun up, sundown moving. They live about an hour and a half from us. So we actually, in the middle of nowhere, by the way, we actually went down Friday morning, helped move all day, and stayed in the only motel in town, which we did not sleep very well. And then we did all day yesterday moving, and we got home at 11 o'clock last night. So tired, exhausted, brain dead. Again, excuse everything. Mandy joined. Hi, Mandy. Elizabeth says, thanks, Christina, for the idea. Yes, that is true. Christina, Tiny Bubbles. I always do that. Tiny Bubbles is the one who helped Lizmo with the whole ride of the month thing. So, horsey? What's a horsey? Chrissy said, ooh, yay, tomato plants. And then Lizmo said, horsey. And now I'm very confused. Got to be called horsepower? Oh, okay. I was very confused, y'all. Very confused. Okay, next polish, because we did unwrap it. I just didn't look at it yet, is 5 and Shine, which is a flaky packed topper. It's giving me crushed opal vibes. Look at all the rainbow shift in that. Laura says, Chrissy, I'm so excited. I love tomatoes. Chris said, I haven't started any of my outside plants. We did not do a garden last year, which is our first year here, and I'm not sure we're going to get to one this year just because life be lifing, but you know, maybe. God, the rainbows in this are so good, y'all. Elizabeth says, well, she is teeny, that tricks you. I actually do call her teeny on accident, which we've had a whole conversation about this, so, but also I want to make sure I give credit and use the proper handle for it too. So Laura says, I'm a little worried because it's still supposed to get chilly here. Oh, dude, we have been up and down. I will say we had super, super hot weather the last whatever month. It's been very weird. Easter, we were outside in like shorts and AC on, and it was so hot. We actually had like sunburns and stuff. It's been super hot. And then this weekend it chilled down. I think we were like 65 while we were moving them, which at first I was like, that's going to stink. But like the amount of moving furniture we did, again, 2 households down to 1 household, and both living there for decades and hoarders just about. I was grateful for the not sweating my butt off part of the move as well. Next we have a pineapple pink. For the pineapples to checker, from pineapples to checkered heads is what this is labeled. And this is a really pretty shimmery pink. We know Lizmo's and our pink. There had to be a gorgeous pink. I'm trying to get the shimmer to pick up. Of course, it's getting mostly the circle light above there. You can kind of see it. This is so pretty. Gorgeous, iconic Lizmo pink for sure. Also, I gotta tell you, I love these square bottles. They're just like nesting next to each other and so smoothly. It's perfect, Liz, perfect. Chrissy says, it's the only thing I can grow. I'm a houseplant murderer. Y'all, my plants do so good, and then one day they just say I'm gonna die. Like, I have a pineapple that I've had for almost 4 years now. It's been fantastic, and I looked up the other day, and I had watered it like a week ago, and then I looked up, and it was just like sad. I don't know. I'm trying to make sure it doesn't die, but we're gonna see. Laura says, I'm a little worried because it's still supposed to get cold. Oh, I read that, y'all, in my brain. Chrissy, it was cold here in Philly today. We were cold. It was 40 degrees last night. I had to turn the heat back on, and then today it hit 85, so I had to turn the AC back on. Welcome to Missouri. But yeah, we're just up, down, up, down. It's annoying. Christina said the shimmers are so gorgeous. Yeah, the shimmer in that is stunning. What a bright, fun pink, Chrissy says. It is. Laura says that's wild. It was our first nice day in almost 2 weeks. Yeah, today was good. We had a bunch of rain last week. We had tornadoes last week. I think that was last week. I don't even know anymore, y'all. But yes, I am happy for the rain to stop. Our patio work did not get to start last week because of all the rain. They are supposed to start digging tomorrow. Fingers crossed. Of course, it's going to probably rain again on Tuesday, so they probably won't pour until Thursday or Friday, but fingers crossed we can have our patio finished this week. And Lizmo says, glad you like the square bottles. I love square bottles. I do too. They're just so like Oh, I love how they sit on the shelf and they just fit so beautifully next to each other and there's no weird gappage. And yeah, I love me a square bottle. Chrissy loves, I love that type of square bottle too. I'm glad. Also, y'all, her bottles are screen printed. She is coming out the gate strong. This is not no sticker. It ain't rubbing off. It ain't peeling off. I love this. These are nice, high quality. This pink that I just showed y'all is Chase Your Paradise, again from the Anthem Part 2 collection. And we are a hot pink. This is not even coming up the right color on camera. It is a bright, bright neon pink. Again, flaky bomb. Look at the shifts in those flakies. So good. Like, this is a sunglasses hot pink. Absolutely beautiful. I see orange. I gotta get it out of the package. There we go. This is the Phoenix. Again, Anthem Part 2 collection, and it is a neon orange with flakes. Chrissy says, oh dang, I love that, to our pink flaky beauty. Elizabeth said, from the song Paradise from Broadside. So yes, this collection, y'all know we usually get into the more details and stuff when we flip you around. But the Anthem Part 2 collection is inspired by songs that helped shape Lizmo into getting the courage up to finally make polish. Songs that are some of my all-time favorites while singing about changing for the better and making dreams come true. And then I do believe each one maybe has, yes, it does has the inspirational song on there. So when we flip you all around, we get into swatches, I will tell you each song inspiration as well. So again, this one is the Phoenix, bright neon orange, gorgeous, gorgeous flakies. I see me some chunky flakies. Oh, look at that one, y'all. I want that one on my nails. You know me. I love a good chunky boy. I want that on my nails. Christina says, how could her first official collection not be neons? Right? True. And if there wasn't a pink in here, I would have been like, Liz, are you sick? Is there something wrong? Are you dying? Because, like, we had to have at least one pink in here. For sure. It wouldn't have been a Lizmo collection. She says, the Phoenix is from Fall Out Boy. And Christy Love says, yes, never enough oranges. And this one is so good. Yeah, this neon collection is going to be, I can already see it, y'all. We got the purple, we got the pink, we got the orange. I can already see it. If there's not a green in here, we might riot. Next we have Crown Green. Again, this is the from Pineapples to Checkerhead. So this is the Anniversary Trio, which we had that beautiful pink shimmer. And then this one is I'm going to call it a teal shimmer. Again, absolutely stunning. I get car paint vibes for sure from this. This is gorgeous. It's also very mermaid-esque. Stunning. Apparently the dogs are outside. Didn't know that, but Kevin is home, so Kevin can handle it. Although I think Kevin is in the garage, so we'll see if he heard them. Christina's laughing at me. I'm telling you, if there wasn't a pink in here, we would all be like, I would be driving to Lizmo's house tonight and be like, what's happening? Like, it's one of my faves. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Christina says the Crown Green. Yeah. She's gorgeous. I'm excited to get that out of the bottle. Did I say checkerheads wrong? Did I say checker reds? What did I do? Oh, it is checker reds. I said checkerheads, didn't I? My bad. From Pineapples to checker eds. Is that how I'm saying it? Phonetic spell it for me, Lizmo. Give me some spaces and some bigger letters and such. She says, I should have thrown everyone off and not done a peek. I'm telling you, you can't. You can't. We would be worried for you. There will be a safety home check. You're just going to have cops show up at your house to be wellness and make sure you're okay. Checkered, I think is what, from Pineapples to Checkers. Am I saying, is that right? That sounds better. We can't pronounce things here. Y'all know this. You know this. Ooh, we have a neon yellow. Look at how bright she is. Also, look at them 3 mixer balls in there, y'all. Like, check reds is what Nancy says. Oh boy, y'all. I'm just going to say it wrong forever, which is on point for me, honestly. This is my Awakening. Again, it goes to the Anthem Part 2 collection, and it is, y'all, that's its true glow. Look at how bright neon that is. And again, packed full, yes, rainbow flakies. Okay, now Nancy says checkers, which sounds right. All right, so from Pineapples to Checkers. Okay, I think I got it now. Laura says, nope, right the first time with Christina's spellings. Okay, checkers. Checkers. I got it. I may forget it, but I'm trying, y'all. Hello, Miss Jen. How are you? Long time no see. Chris says, I can't wait to see this yellow out, y'all. It's so bright. So bright. Nancy said, yay. Like, checkers. Okay. We got a hey from Jen. LOL, we got it. We did. We get there. Finally. Lizzo says, laughing. That's why I love you. I'm telling y'all, brain. It doesn't, we don't function. It's not really there. This is for looks. There's nothing in there. This is our gorgeous green. Again, I told you I was going to riot if there wasn't a green. So we have a green. We can calm down. This is called Hey Driver, and it is a bright neon freaking green. Again, all those gorgeous shifty flakies. So good. Hello, Varnish Vagabond. Welcome in. I am showing off the new polishes coming from Checkered Finish, aka Lismos Creations. This is the rebrand and their dive finally into a nail polish. So we have tons and tons of stuff I'm opening tonight to show off to y'all. Everything, by the way, I didn't mention this, y'all. Everything that I'm showing tonight comes out May 8th at 8 a.m. Central Time on the checkeredfinish.com. That is their new website. Jen said, I'm okay. Had to freak out earlier with my sister-in-law and a special cookie she ate. Chuckle. Oh, wow. Been there. There's zero judgments. Been there. But I'm glad that everything's good and that you're here now, Jen. Liz was, I'm awful at pronouncing words too. I'm so bad at it. I'm so bad. I would get off the live and message a maker, be like, I'm sorry. I can't do it. Like the occasional time I get an info sheet with a, phonetic spelling and I'm like praising them. It's so good. Christina says, LOL, crisis averted. There's a green. Lismo is marked safe from Chelsea today. 100%. We had yay, a green heart from Chrissy and a laugh emoji. And then we have a gorgeous blue rounding out our Anthem Part 2 collection. This is called Elevated. Also, these are 15 milliliter bottles if you were wondering what size Lismo was going with. Again, a bright neon blue, very shifty flakies. Perfect finish for this neon collection. Stunning. I'm gonna grab a drink really quick, y'all. Again, dehydrated. So make sure you have yourselves a drink and a snack. This is gonna be a long one. We got a lot of stuff in this box. That was, believe it or not, that was layer 1. We have a whole second layer in here. Again, not everything is full on polishes. We do have top coats, base coats, and things. So because this is a brand new venture. So we get all of this stuff tonight, but I want to show you everything. So next polish, which looks like a actual polish. I see some color in there. Jen says, wow, shifty. This was yay, glad I don't have to sleep with one eye open. I mean, I wouldn't have come for you. I just would have been like, I don't know, maybe I would have flipped a chair. I don't know. If there wasn't a green in a neon collection, y'all, like, come on. Christy says, the flakes are perfect in there. Aren't they so gorge? Christina says, all the things. Yes, we have all the things, which I'm so excited to share them all with you. Big thank yous to Lismo for sharing them with me so I can share them with you. This one here is Glitters of the Past. And this is the final polish for our anniversary trio, which y'all, again, I didn't mention this because ADD. May is actually Lismos Creations 5-year, I believe 5-year, brand anniversary. Sorry, there was a weird noise happening. I'm not sure where it's come from. It is their 5-year brand anniversary and like the perfect time to rebrand as Checkered Finish. So that's why we're doing the From Pineapples to Checkers. Still trying to say it right. So the third polish in the trio is this gorgeous, I'm going to call it a topper. I'm sure we could probably build up 3 coats, but it has a stunning clear base with, it looks like shimmer, maybe even hollow shimmer, and then green to pink, maybe white, glitters, and some black shreds. Very like checkered finish line, checkered flag vibes here. I can't tell for just shimmer or for hollow, so let me grab my flashlight. Oh, I still can't tell. I know official descriptions will tell me and we'll figure that out, but look at it sparkle anyways. This is super cute. I can see this over all the things. Gorgeous. Christina says, I heard puppy paws. Hi, puppies. Yes, Kevin just opened the garage door, so Waffles went down the hall. He thinks he left him. And then I think we still have some creams and toppers, I believe, in here. Chris says, I adore Flakies. I'm going to try to start setting aside tips now to get these ASAP. Yes. And also, y'all, I have pricings for most of these. Most things are $11.50 a piece. The Anniversary Trio is going to be $33 for this set. Anthem Part 2 collection is $6.50 for the, not $6.50, $65, wow, decimals, $65 for the 6-piece set. We have a black and a white cream. They're going to be 10 each. Flakie Topper that we showed off, this guy here, $11.50, and our Ride of the Month, also $11.50. Base coats, top coats are going to be $9 each, and that price may go up in the future. She's still figuring out inventory and pigments and all that stuff. So the price may get raised later on, which y'all know, honestly, $11.50 right now for Indie is quite low. So I wouldn't be surprised with the way prices on everything else are going up. But for now, these are really good price. So Chrissy, it's a good time to start saving up to grab these when they launch on the 8th. Let's see. Checkered Finish. The inspo was our old logo. Inspo for the glitters of the past. Is that what we're talking about, Lizmo? That makes sense. That makes sense. See, brain, y'all. We don't compute. Then we have our white cream, which is called Whiteout. I'm very excited to see how creamy this is. This may have to be a nail swatch, a live nail swatch, which I do. If you can see, I have a Nike, y'all. I knew we were going to be moving furniture. I knew we were going to be doing a ton of stuff. So I used a non-latex peel-off coat when I swatched the other day. And I'm pleasantly surprised how we held up. I mean, I got some shipping, obviously, 2 days of moving furniture. And this one actually only came off because I pinched my nail in a recliner. And it actually, like, my nail bent and then it popped off instead of my nail breaking. So, like, kudos to it too. So, but I have a Nike nail, so we can test out our white and see how good she is on a Nike nail. Chrissy, gonna pause the old low buy to pick these up. Christina, damn Chelsea, that's quite a discount, right? Y'all, I can't read. It's all on. Do is read the paper. We're gonna screenshot later. You'll have your Post-it note. All the correct info is there, so don't listen to me. Just do what the paper says. Elizabeth says the white stamps. Ooh, I'm very excited. I'm going to have to test that out too. Jen says, LOL, your shirt. Thank you. This is one of my favorite shirts. We went out to lunch today, or brunch. Actually, I guess it was breakfast. It was like 11 a.m., y'all, and I had pot roast. So anyways, we went to Cracker Barrel for lunch, and I had so many people laughing at the shirt. I love it. I thrifted it. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's super soft. Hello, Tiana. You're just in time. We haven't started swatching anything. We're still opening because y'all, this box, again, massive, 4 pounds of polish. We are swatching the new rebranded Checkered Finish, brand new polish collection. Lizmo's Creations is changed to Checkered Finish, and they are getting into polish. This one here is our black cream. This is Blackout, which again, it's just a basic cream, but everyone needs a good basic white and black cream in their collection. These are what I'm going to call the Manny Essentials. So top coats, base coats, creams, all that jazz. And we're still just grabbing stuff, y'all. We're still just grabbing stuff. Lizmo says, hey, Tiana. Tiana says, hello. Chrissy says, nice. I need a new white for stamping soon. Good to know. Okay, so this is a smoothing quick dry top coat. This is Cruise Control, which I do have like info on all of these, y'all. This is to smooth out glitters and flakies. So we are a glitter smoother here. And I'm trying to find it. I have like a little more in depth on some of the top coats, which again, we're not going to swatch top coats. I'm not here to make y'all watch paint dry. But I do want to show these to you so that you know they exist while you're shopping. The black stamps too. Lizmo says, hello, Jess. Okay. So Cruise Control is a smoothing quick dry top coat. Nobody likes a bumpy ride. This smoothing top coat fills and smooths glitters, flakies, and textured polishes that can leave a bumpy layer. This quick dry formula lets you apply a glossy top coat like their Turbo or Showroom Shine, which we'll open in a second, without the weight. So we are a glitter smoothing top coat. Y'all, I love a glitter. I love a reflective. All of my things be textured, so having a good glitter smoothing top coat is amazing. Jess said, hey, y'all, and she sent a bunch of racing emojis because we are showing off Checkered Finish. Chrissy waved. Next we have Quick Release. This is our latex peel off base coat, which if y'all know, if you've been around me for any time on here, I love a latex peel off base coat. This is what I use for all my swatches. Latex base coats. Not specifically this one yet, though I will be testing this out while I swatch Lizmo's whole set here, because I'm very excited to try it and to find a backup just in case the one I love stops making. This is like a steering wheel with a quick release. This is ready to pop off immediately. Any swatcher's dream peel off. This goes on white and dries clears within minutes. It's perfect for short term wear, under 24 hours, swatching and glitter polishes. Tips and tricks. It works best without a flambeauing in the room and on dry, dehydrated nails. No oils. Make sure the rim of the bottle is always clean so no air gets in. If it gets thick over time, you can add 1 drop of water to thin it out. Start with 1 drop. A little goes a long way. And it says Lizmo's Real Talk. We're getting into Real Talk, y'all. Okay, what's the tea? My favorite swatchathons. If you get a little clump in it, that means the rim didn't seal properly and the air has dried out. Simply swipe it on a mat and continue swatching. So this is Lizmo's favorite for swatchathon. So I'm very excited to try this out. Again, I love me a good latex peel off. So that's gonna probably be my new go-to. So I will let y'all know. I'll let you know what I think of it, because again, if anybody loves the latex, it's gonna be me. But I like watching paint dry, Kaylee says. Jess says, ooh, is it white? The latex will probably be in the bottle white, and then they typically dry clear. That would be my assumption. It actually doesn't. It does say dries clear. Did I miss that? I did miss that. This goes on white and dries clear within minutes. So yes, we will dry clear. Jen says, just want to say real quick that my snack is the dill, sea salt, and olive oil Triscuits. Jen, I bought those on your recommendation before we went to Texas. I bought them and took them to Texas. You know what I haven't done? I haven't opened them. Not once have I opened them. I just keep forgetting they exist. That's why I don't buy snacks, y'all. I buy snacks, I open them, I try them, and then I never finish them, and they live in my pantry, which is why it looks like a hoarder. Like the door doesn't open, avalanches happen. Yeah, I'm horrible about buying snacks and then never eating them. So yes, I bought those and haven't tried them yet, Jen. So maybe soon. Maybe soon. Chrissy says, might have to try it. The other latex peel off I tried before I didn't like. Now, yes, latex peel offs are very much a love or hate, in my opinion. For someone who has to pop off their swatches, you know, the other day I did 8 in one day, so they were on, off. And then most of the time if I do swatching today and I leave one on for the night, it's off tomorrow because I'm swatching every single day. So for me, I like a good pop off, easy. Now, I do have some tips on like for if I need to keep it on for the night or for the next day. You know, I don't get to my full edges. I leave a small gap around my edges. I don't cap the free edge, just to hopefully get a little bit of a polish seal around it so they stay on longer, but again, still quick peel. But that is the purpose of another type of peel off that we're going to have in here. I don't think it's in my hand yet. I haven't read it, but so it is very much a back and forth, but latex is good if you need it to come off easily and quickly. Otherwise, there are other types of peel off. Again, there is one in here that is a little bit better for popping off, but not damaging your nails and staying on a little bit longer. Let's see. Chrissy says, wait, dill Triscuits, I need to find them, right? Jen swears they're amazing. I just haven't opened the box yet. Jen says, pickle Triscuits for sure. She said, so it's a peel off base, not a latex barrier for nail art. Right. It is a peel off base coat. So you put it on, it dries, you do your polish, and then you can pop off your peelies. That's how I do all my, if I pop a peelie during a live, that's how I get it off because I have a latex on. Chrissy says, all the pickle things, always. Okay. Next one we just opened is Basic Maintenance. This is a deep nutrition base coat, and again, top coats and base coats are going to be $9 each. And that one was, sorry, I have 2 papers. I have lost one. 2 papers for these things. Basic Maintenance is a deep nutrition base coat. Just like routine maintenance keeps your car running smoothly, this nourishing base coat preps, protects, and sets a smooth foundation for longer lasting, better looking natural nails. It can be used as a ridge filling base with 2 coats, infused with apricot oil, avocado oil, and conditioning ingredients. This helps strengthen and condition the nails while giving your polish a better, longer lasting grip. Lizmo's Real Talk. This is my favorite base coat. If I want to rock my natural nails or give them a rest, I'll do 2 coats with this showroom shine. So this is Lizmo's favorite base coat. Again, this is Basic Maintenance. So it is a nutritioning. It does look like it's slightly my nude colored. I'm not sure if it's going to be, if it is a toned or if again it'll dry clear. I'm sure. Once again, Lizmo will let us know. Let's see. Kaylee says some are PVB and this one is latex. That's a great question. I am the horrible about I have seen PVB be asked before, but like y'all, I don't know polish ingredient facts, so I'm not really sure what that means, but I do know that the quick release is the latex version, yes. And Lismo says, it can be used for nail art, but we also have one that's called Guardrail that is colored and scented. Oh, for the barrier. I got you. Okay, which I think that's in here too. It might even be what I'm opening right now because it's blue, and if we have a blue base coat, that would be something, right? All of our products are PVB free. That is good to know. Also, so when people ask me, I can say that. Kaylee says, ooh, scented, you say. Chrissy, the latex always bubbled for me. Maybe it was the brand. I've been wanting to try another brand. Haha, yes, scented. The basic maintenance is a little toned tan. Okay, so it has a little bit of color to it, y'all. I don't know if you can really tell. I'm going to put it next to the quick release. That is white, will dry clear, but I'm going to put it next so you can see. This is white, and then this has just a little bit of a tan in it. So the basic maintenance, which I also feel like may be usable as a little bit of a blurring base coat too, because it has that in it. Again, I don't know. We have not tested these. I'm excited to try them. Here's our guardrail. So this is our skin and cuticle barrier for nail art, nail stamping. It is a latex-based product, I believe they typically are. And this is, she said scented, which, again, y'all, papers. I gotta find things. Usually I don't have to read things yet. Okay, guardrail, skin and cuticle barrier. Like a guardrail to keep cars on the road, this is made to protect nail polish from getting onto your skin and cuticle. It's ideal for gradients, smushes, water marble, and detailed nail art. Limited edition colors / scents. We'll be bringing a new color every few months. It's colored for fun. When wet, it's a light blue. When dry, it's a dark blue with shimmer. Ooh, I've never had a latex barrier with shimmer. That's exciting. And it is scented in Christina's Sakura Field. Lismo's Real Talk, this works fantastic for gradients. So we are Sakura, I never know how to say it, Field, which is like, to me, that's like a cherry blossom-y scent. So we'll find out. I guess we will sniff this together. I will tell you we're not going to sniff it straight out of the bottle. I will probably put it on the back of my hand. When we sniff this, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's just do that. Also, again, those mixing balls. We love a good mixing ball. Chrissy says, scented. I bought all the scented things. Elizabeth says, oh yeah. She says, I need all the smell goods. I'm the same. I love the smell stuff. Christina, this smells so good. Sorry for my in and out. I can't get right. It's okay, Jess. Honestly, Instagram has kind of stopped doing the like in, out, in. Like they're here, they're not here. So like, don't panic. I promise. It's all good. You do what you need to do. Lizmo says it's your signature scent. So it is Christina, Tiny Bubbles, inspired here. And oh, y'all, Lizmo, close these tight, which is good because again, if this is latex based, which I didn't read that, but I'm assuming most of these are latex based, but is this one a latex based? Lismo, I just want to make sure I have that information for those who have a latex allergy. I do. It's mostly in like bandages, so I don't have a sensitivity to actual latex barrier. I've never had a problem with it. But I do have a problem in like Band-Aids, but I have to have latex-free Band-Aids. But for others who do have a more latex-sensitive skin, I want to make sure they know if this has it in it, because this you're actually using on your skin. Because I need that. Mine is old and crappy. It made me so angry last night when I was trying to use it for a sponge gradient. And Kaylee says the shimmer in it too. I'm excited for the shimmer. So, all right, I'm just going to put it on the back of my hand. Again, you would use this and go around your nail to put a barrier. So like if you're messy painting, if you're doing sponges, stamping, water marble, it'll keep all that polish from getting on your nail and then you peel it off. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand just so we can A, smell it, and B, see what that color comes out as. So we are this like lighter blue. It's going to dry darker blue. Okay. Often latex base like these have a slight fishy smell, in my opinion. It is the latex. Most places can't get rid of that scent. Often the scented ones mask that scent. Some really good ones will counteract that scent. So we're going to find out that. And also as it dries, usually the scent gets a little bit stronger. And then once you take it off, that scent is gone. Your fingers don't typically still smell like it. It doesn't stay with you, for those who are wondering. It is already starting to dry. We're getting a little bit darker. It does not smell fishy at all, which I appreciate. Oh, it's very nice. It is a florally scent, almost a little powdery-esque. It's a nice scent. I wouldn't say it's a Chelsea scent. It's not something I would smell and buy, but I do like it. Again, we're flowery, we're kind of powdery. It's not very strong. Like y'all, I'm putting it to my nose. And the idea of this is just to put it around your nails as you're using for your art. Then you peel it off. So the scent's not going to stay. It's not going to be there forever. So if you, for some reason, don't love the scent, it's not on you for the next 7 hours. And as far as shimmer goes, I feel like I see a little hint of sparkle. I'm not sure if you guys are going to see it. It's not a ton. I wonder, okay. So as far as in the bottle goes, if I angle it just right, there you go. You can see the flash of the blue shimmer. So it's not sparkles. It is a glowy kind of shimmer. It is very pretty. I think that's a fun little additive. Again, is it necessary in a latex barrier? No, but I love the fun and the whimsy. Again, same with the scent, doesn't matter. She does say, yes, it is latex based. So those who have a latex sensitivity, just know that it is latex based. Also, fun facts, I have heard you can put it over cuticle oil, and it helps with those who have a latex sensitive. I've never tried that. I do use cuticle oil though, because this tends to be a little sticky. And I'll like do this with my fingers and they get stuck together. I put a little bit of cuticle oil on top of the barrier and it keeps my fingers from sticking. So that's just a little bit of nail art tip for me. My goodness, all the comments together. I love that you guys are so chatty tonight. Has a little bit of shimmer, guardrails, latex. Kaylee says, I bought one from Walmart because the only other one I had from was Halo Taco and it's so expensive for like a hardly on a product. Yes. And like the latex from Walmart, everyone's like, oh, get a giant bottle from the Halloween section. Y'all, that stuff stinks. I'm sorry. I know you save some money, you get a big old bottle, but usually it goes bad before you finish it. It gets hard. Support an indie, get the good stuff. These are really nice. Actually, we're gonna peel it here together and just see how she peels. I'm just gonna, usually I would use tweezers on my finger. I'm just gonna get that edge pulled up. And I wanna see, does she come off in one piece? Because that's a true test to a latex barrier. Yes. Look at how clean that came off. Nice and easy. I'm very excited to test this with some nail art for sure. And then y'all, this just goes right in the trash can. And yeah, there's a little bit of a scent left. Little teeny tiny bit of scent, but if you had like top coat next to it, you're not gonna smell it later at all. She says, if you don't love florals, LOL. Or she says, I know you don't love florals. Yes, I don't love florals, but this is not a super strong, crazy floral. It has a little bit of floral to it, a little bit of powdery. I'm gonna say musky, but not like, y'all know what I mean. You know what you've been here, you know me, you know the vibes. She says, Kaylee, you'll have to try ours. Send me a DM later about it. Jen says, speaking of pickles, I cannot find the Burt's Bees chapstick like all over my state. It's sold out. I haven't even gotten a look. I'm excited to maybe find it, but I haven't even gotten to look yet, Jen. Kaylee says, yes, ma'am. Pickle chapstick. I own a couple pickle lip balms already, different brands, but yes, Gorillos had specifically done a collab with Burt's Bees for a pickle one. And I think I've had 3 people send me posts about it, and I just haven't had time to look. She says, Mandy says, Jen, there's a dill pickle chapstick. Yes, there is. And Elizabeth says, Kaylee, I'm with you on pickle chapstick. Barf. That's fine. It's more for me. Maybe if I can find it. Kaylee laughed. Jen says it's a collab with Gorillos. Chrissy says, instead of screwing up for me, I had to close the app and come back, but it was just in time to see that perfect peel. Wasn't it a good peel? That was a good peel, y'all. And I've had some really crappy latex barriers, so that was a good peel. Chrissy, Instagram, not instead. I got you. Okay. Next we have, because again, we got distracted off track here, we have Flat Out, which is our matte top coat. And y'all know me, I love a good matte mani. I matte every swatch I do, so definitely excited to try this and see how the wear goes, how long we stay matte, how quickly it dries, and does it get those little cloudy pills. That's that's the end all for me on matte top coats. If I've used it twice and the next time I get those little white specks in it from it drying out, that's a no-go. So I'm excited to try this and test it for y'all. Information on Flat Out is somewhere on here. Maybe. My brain says, are we just not reading things? I may not have information. Oh, I do. It's a lot smaller one. I was overlooking it. It's a matte top coat that transforms any polish into a smooth, shine-free finish. Dries evenly with a soft, velvety finish. So excited to try this. Again, I love a matte mani. So I'm excited for that. Chrissy, I haven't been able to find the pickle chapstick. Okay, so it just must be, dude, it probably sold out everywhere. Like, what was, Elf? Was it Elf that did a pickle lip balm not too long ago? And it sold out within like 40 minutes. Like or maybe sooner. I checked, like, I was like, I don't need that. And then out of curiosity, I'm like, how expensive it is. And 40 minutes after launch, it was gone. Couldn't find it anywhere. So, Kaylee said, if I find it, I'll let you know and you can have it. Okay. I would appreciate it. I will pay you for it and shipping and all that, because I pickle things. I have to have it. Jen said, Chrissy loves, so sad that she can't find it. And white specs. Elizabeth, have you never had a top coat, a matte top coat do that? There's a couple brands out there that do it. There's one brand on the market, I think it was like OPIs, that I had issues with that as far as a mainstream goes. I've noticed some of the older ones start to do that as they get older, dry. They just get these like you don't even see them. You don't see them in the bottle, and you paint it on and you're like, ooh, it's drying, it's beautiful. And then all of a sudden there's little white crusties on your polish, and it drives you nuts, because then your mani is ruined or your swatch is ruined and you have to take it off and redo it, and there's no fixing it. It's really frustrating. Thankfully, it doesn't happen that much. I do have one brand that is my go-to personal top coat and base coat, because it is scented, and I love all the scented things. So if I can have a scented top coat, I love that. My favorite thing is to walk around in my family, I'm like, ooh, smell this one, it smells so good. I love their matte top coat. I've not had an issue. I've had, I think, like 2 quite older ones. I mean, like 8, 9 years old now that have done it. But for the most part, that brand I don't have a problem with. I don't really buy from that brand anymore. I just won't. Y'all, I get so much top coat through PR, so I don't really purchase that anymore from them. But so yeah, I'm excited to try your matte top coat and see what happens. Jen says, oh, I hate when that happens with the specs. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. This is Purple Pit Stop. This is a nail bed healer with lavender. I'm going to try not to judge you too hard on the lavender, Liz. We don't like lavender here. But if it's good for your nails, I understand it. And again, have to find it on the list. I should have been marking these off as we went, because, again, my brain. So this is a lavender-infused nail treatment base that helps condition nails while creating a smooth base for polish. It leaves nails looking refreshed and prepped. Has a calming reset for your nails with a soft lavender touch and nourishing care for your nail beds. Do we actually have lavender in here, or are we just lavender colored? Or did we do the lavender color to remind you there's lavender in here? I have all these questions, which is why we're doing this live, and Lizmo's here to help us. But it's a really pretty lacquer too. Let's see. Lizmo, never had that, though I don't use matte top coat like you do. I matte every swatch. So if you guys love a good matte mani, or you just want to see the amount of times I've seen a polish, I'm like, and then I see the matte swatch, and that's what sells me. So I like to swatch as I like to buy. I think of what do I want to see. That's why I do the crappy kitchen lighting and the outside lighting and the polished wall lighting. That's why I do all the different shots, because that's, as a purchaser, as a consumer, that's what I want to see. So that's why I also do matte manis, because I love a good matte mani. So if y'all want to see matte swatches, I do always include them. They're usually in the second half of my carousel. We do shiny, then we do matte. So just make sure you swipe through my photos and you will see matte of all of them. Just as I just realized that your wall is there. Wow. Just like old times. I love it. Yes, we had it. It's been a couple months now since I got it up. I'm so excited. We got it up before I went to Texas. So it's definitely been a couple months, and I'm so happy that it is finally up. I have yet to take a new video of it, but that'll happen eventually, right? Eventually. Kaylee, making people smell my fingers is funny because of scented comments. Dude, I'm telling you, I used to be like, ooh, this smells like Kool-Aid. Or, you know, I once had a girl at work that was like, God, I keep smelling sunscreen. Like, what is that? What is that? And then finally I was like, oh, I think it's me. I had like a beachy themed on. So it was like coconuts on the beach or something. And yeah, you could smell it across the room. Most of them are not quite that strong, but that one was pretty strong. Chrissy's laughing. Let's see. Lizmo says the lavender one was mainly for my mom. She likes that kind of, okay. I get you. And I mean, if it's nourishing and it's good for your nails, I'm down for it. I may not love lavender, but if it's good for my nails, I will do it. This one is turboed. This is our fast drying top coat. And I know I saw this earlier. All right. Turbo is in a hurry. Sorry, y'all. We should read this correctly. In a hurry to do your nails, like turbo that brings this power. This top coat dries in under 4 minutes. Y'all, that's under 4 minutes. It's a high-speed, fast-drying top coat that locks in your mani with a glossy finish in literal seconds. No tooling, big bonus there. No dents, no shrinking, no waiting around. It leaves you with a smooth, fresh, flawless manicure. Lizmo's Real Talk, shower safe in about 10 minutes. honestly. All right, I'm excited for this. I'm super excited for this, especially the no toluene. I'm not anti-toluene, but I do, the amount of top coat we use here, y'all, the less I can breathe it in and deal with it, and the less my puppies breathe it in, I'm okay with that. Like, again, I'm not against it, but you know, if we can back off a little bit with the amount of nail lacquer I do smell all the time, I'm down. My office door is always open. I always have an air purifier on when I'm in here. When we're actively opening bottles, I'll turn it on later. But I actually closed my door while we were gone helping his parents move because we had a dog setter here. And when I opened it last night, I could smell the polish. Like, I've never noticed it in my office, but I opened that door and it was like a seal had opened. So the less we're breathing around that, the better. So I'm totally excited to try that. The fact that it is super fast drying and doesn't have toluene. Definitely. Jen says, Kaylee, I always make my husband smell my scented top coats and scented oils. I would do that if Kevin could smell anything. Elizabeth says, yes, there is actual lavender in our, I already forgot the name. Sorry, y'all. Purple Pit Stop. So good to know. Kaylee, I stick my fingers to my sister's nose and say, what's this smell like? I love that. Nancy, I didn't smell lavender. I think it's only lavender in color. Elizabeth says there is lavender in it. Chrissy, me too. I thrust my hand in his face, giggling my finger and tell him to smell my fingers in a creepy goblin voice. Oh, that's amazing, Chrissy. It's amazing. Jess, Jesus, what the fuck is wrong with me? Let's see, Kaylee, but she's my younger sister, so we like to scare her a little. Fair enough. Wiggling my fingers. And Kaylee, bro, that's so funny. Chrissy says, autocorrect is killing me tonight. You know what? It just makes me better, Chrissy. It's fun. And Lizmo Turbo, it's by far my favorite top coat. It's so quick. Okay, I'm very excited to try it. This one is Showroom Shine. I know I'm showing you all these and they're clear and they, you know what I mean? But I want to show them off. Again, we're not going to paint these on because we're not watching paint dry tonight. We got enough polishes to swatch. So Showroom Shine. Excuse me, y'all, is a quick glossy top coat. It's quick drying, high gloss that delivers a smooth glass-like shine with long-lasting wear. That I just left the salon mirror finish. Makes every color look richer and more expensive. Lizmo's Reels Talk, not as quick as our Turbo top coat, but a very close second. So we're still a quick drying top coat. We're just not as quick as our Turbo. So good to know. And we have one more to open, y'all. One more. Kaylee says, shower safe in 10 minutes, question mark, to our Turboed. And Elizabeth says, yes, I apply it if I pop a peely and shower because you cannot shower. Oh, if I pop a peely and I'm in a shower because you can't shower naked. That is very true. So Lizmo is suggesting to use that if you have naked nails before you get in the shower. Last but not least, y'all, we have Weekend Warrior. This is our water-based peel-off. So this is the second type of peel-off base coat. We talked about the latex one earlier. This one is our water-based. And it is somewhere right here on our paper. Like a car enthusiast who has a daily driver and a weekend warrior, the fun car. This peel-off base coat is made for longer wear, such as a long weekend. It allows for easy, damage-free removal, perfect for glitter polishes especially. Switch up your mani whenever you want, no remover needed, just peel and polish. If you want this to last longer, make sure your nail plate is dehydrated and there's no oils on your nails. Lizmo's Reels Talk is this peel off I use 90% of the time. I can get it to last 1 day or 1 week depending on application. Good to know. I'm very excited. Again, most of the time I need to pop my stuff off quickly, but every now and then I get to wear my stuff longer. So this, what I have on right now, was a water-based top coat. Again, it lasted me through 2 days of intense moving, y'all. And I only truly popped this one off because the nail got bent in a recliner. Otherwise, I think that one would still be on. I have tip wear, I have chipping. So I am excited to try this water-based one as well for our longer wear, but still peel off because I like a good pop peely and get going rather than sitting there with acetone trying to get off my nail polish. So also excited to try this one. Hello, Taylor. Welcome, welcome. You are just in time. To see us start swatching Checkered Finish's launch debut collections. I have just opened everything. There was a lot of unboxing to do. It was a big box, as you can see, which I'm going to put over there, and I will be reusing for personal business shipping uses. But yes, we just finished opening everything. We have unboxed every collection. We've unboxed some creams and some toppers, as well as base coats, top coats, latex barriers. So definitely check out the replay here or over on YouTube to see all of the wonderful top coats and base coats, because I'm not going to be swatching those on camera. We did do the latex barrier so we could see how it came off. Plus it is scented, so I wanted to smell it for y'all. And I may go ahead and use the turboed and our showroom shine just over top of a couple at the end, just so you can see how shiny they dry. Again, we are not going to watch paint dry tonight though. Just personal preference. Yes. All right. So all base coat top coats that I just showed y'all are $9 each. Everything we've opened comes out May 8th at 8 a.m. Central on the checkeredfinish.com. And I think that's everything I need to tell you in to face here. Missed a couple comments. What did I miss? Well, I missed more than I thought I did. Chrissy says, nope, no shower naked. Kaylee says, ooh, I do shower naked sometimes. Elizabeth said, couldn't decide, so we got 2 quick drying top coats. That's totally fine. A super quick drying top coat and a drying top coat. That's totally good for me. Chrissy, my nails get wrecked if I shower naked. Kaylee says, maybe I should not do that. So it like, your nails take in water and then they flatten out, and there's a whole science behind it and stuff. Y'all, I will say I am not the best person at like being super careful with everything. I don't hydrate as often as I should. I don't do oil as often, creams, all that stuff. And I do, in fact, like this Nikki, she had 3 or 4 showers already. So it's just better, essentially, if you really want to take care of your nails and keep them growing and nice and strong, to not, but nobody's going to come for you, Kaylee. I promise. Christina says, Lizmo, it's nice to have options. It very much is. Elizabeth says it's true. And Elizabeth says, yeah, don't shower with naked nails. Water is devil for nails. There you go. You can definitely check it out. There is information out there about it, I promise. Elizabeth says, sorry, we're talking. It's fine. It's fine. I love that. I love when we have somebody to talk to. I'm not sitting in my office talking to myself, to a camera. That's why I do lives and I don't do YouTube videos. I want that interaction. I love chatting with you. I love this community. So yeah, that's why we haven't changed it just YouTubes. If that's your vibes, if you just want to watch someone put on pretty polishes and show them with the most high def out there, then there are other YouTubers for you. For me, it's all about the community here. And I only have a YouTube channel because it was asked of me to make it easier to watch replays, which I totally understand and I'm okay with. But that's why our quality is our quality. So we do our fun chats here and then we upload over there for those who can't be in the chat for whatever reason. So, Christina says, Lizmo, you want Kurt and I on standby Friday in case you need help packaging all the orders you're going to get. We can bring some McDonald's breakfast to celebrate. Dude, yeah, I'm so excited. Again, May 8th, 8 a.m. Central, which is that this Friday? That is this Friday, y'all. That's this Friday. I got it. I got to get these watched so that Lizmo can use them and I can show them off to y'all. So we're going to get into there. Laura says, that sounds fun. Jess says, I'm so freaking stoked, but gotta run. Y'all have fun. Bye, Jess. Have a good night. Okay. I think we can flip the camera on. I'm going to grab another drink. Again, it's going to be a long one, y'all. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 polishes to actually swatch. And then we showed off a bunch of top coats, base coats, all that stuff too. But I have 13 polishes we're going to actually do swatches of. So it's going to be a long one. Get you a snack, get you a drink, get comfy. Again, I have a hydration packet, an electrolytes packet in my water. So we are still rehydrating from the weekend and we're going to get into here. Excuse me. All right. I'm also going to turn on my purifier because I said I was going to do that earlier. And Elizabeth says, Christina, thank you so much. I'll let you know. Kaylee said, where are you based? The Checkered Finish. I'm going to flip y'all around. Scooching you down. Awesome. Here is tonight's info. Let me zoom you in a little bit so you can see better. We're going to get rid of that glare. Both glares, apparently. All right. So this is everything for tonight. We have our anniversary trio. Which, y'all, I have to move my arm for a second so I can read again what that was called because I already forgot. From pineapples to checkers. I think we said it right. So we have a trio there. Again, they're going to be $11.50 each, $33 for the set. We have the Anthem Part 2 collection, which is a 6-piece collection, $11.50 each or $65 for the set. We have our black and white creams that are $10 each. The Flakie Topper 5 and Shine, which is $11.50. Our special ride of the month, which is a car-specific inspired polish called Slippery for $11.50. Base coats, top coats are $9. Everything's at checkeredfinish.com. So there's that to screenshot. I will bring it back out at the end of the video, but there it is for now. And I'm going to get this out of the way. We're going to start off on a beautifully clean swatch wheel, y'all. There is nothing on here yet. I'm very excited to get that first checkered finish label on it when I label everything later tonight. Lizmo says Wisconsin is where we're based. Kaylee says she's Texas. And then she said, y'all have good cheese. Crystal says, what part of Texas? I'm north of Houston. Crystal said that. And Kaylee said, South Houston near NASA. Well, look at that. We might have gotten some nailies connected. And we are going to get into these swatches. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I need to read you guys off of this paper. I don't believe so. Let's go. Let's start with our anniversary trio because that's the first thing on my list. I'm going to pull those out for you to see them. We are going to zoom in a little bit more. Also, I made a checkered finish background today. I'm very excited. Lizmo is going to send me some of her product wrapping once she gets it in. So this may change. It may not be our forever background, but I was very excited to get to make a shiny new one for Lizmo. So again, there is the trio, and our paper says this is inspired by Lizmo's creations. No. Yes. Oh my God, my brain. The trio is inspired by Lizmo's Creations logo to pay tribute to the last 5 years because, again, the May marks 5 years since Lizmo's Creations has become a brand. And we are going to start this off with our beautiful pink, which is our pineapple pink. Total makes sense to the name. I'm trying to scoot things so I can read my paper and show y'all stuff at the same time. Let's see. Crystal says not too far then. Elizabeth says, oh, my own swatch wheel, right? Of course. You have polish now, Lizmo. We have to have swatch wheels. And she says, oh my God, we love cheese. You know what? Yeah, I don't think it's a Midwest thing. I think people just love cheese. I love cheese. Cheese, bread, butter, I could survive on. That's all I need, y'all. First up, we have our pineapple pink. This is a bright neon berry pink base with a strong shimmer leaning hot pink and orange. This makes up the base of Lizmo's Creations pineapple for the old logo. So first swatch, we will do 2 or 3 swatches depending on how necessary of all of our polishes as we go, and we'll figure that out. Liz says, I love your background. Thank you. I was so excited to get it made. All right, first coat, y'all, of our pineapple pink. I had to stop and reread the name because I have already forgotten it. All right, we got to get our zoom into the right focus tonight. There we go. You can see that shimmer already. Definitely going to need a second coat. Very pink, though. Again, if there wasn't a pink in this collection, we will be sending out a wellness check for Lizmo, so I'm glad that we know she's here and okay. Yeah, opacity-wise, definitely needs a second coat at least, and that's okay. Also, y'all, I'm sorry. We're going to ignore the fact that my hands are so dry. I have used so much hand cream and lotion the past 24 hours after all the moving stuff, and my hands are still dried out. Like, they are so dehydrated. So we're going to ignore the crusty cuticles right now and focus on this gorgeous polish. Kaylee says pink. Yes, it's so good. All right, so that was our first coat of pineapple pink. I'm not gonna like try to fly through these, y'all, but also we're gonna move it along because we do have 13 polishes to swatch tonight, and I do not want y'all to be on this live for 3 hours. Also, to be honest, I don't really want to be on this live for 3 hours. At some point, I need to eat some food. So, but we're gonna give them their justice. I promise. Next up, we have our crown green. Again, this is the From Pineapples to Checkers trio for Lizmo's Creations Anniversary. And it is an electric teal base filled with chrome aurora shifting between a bright teal to a turquoise blue. This is the top of the pineapple and the color used for Lizmo's Creations logo. I love this color. This is so pretty. That shimmer, gorgeous. Let's get it on. Y'all, she sealed these caps tight. I may have to get out my little cap opener thingy-majigger, whatever it's called. I don't know. The struggle is real, but also my arms and hands are pretty sore too, so that could just be a me thing. Again, look at the shimmer in that. Ooh. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I see the vision too with our pink and our green for the Lismos logo. Lismo's the same. We need dinner. Just kidding. I love this live. I mean, you can eat while I'm live, Lismo. You can move. You have freedom. I am stuck in this chair. I have once mid-live gone to the bathroom because I had to go, and it was a 3-hour live. Y'all had to talk amongst yourself. I ran to the bathroom and tinkled and came right back. I do what I got to do during the live, but I don't think y'all want to hear me eat while we're doing this. I got an AirPod in, and that just, nobody, I'm sorry. I'm not into mukbangs. I'm not really into ASMR, so like, I'm not going to do that to you. Again, as far as opacity goes, we definitely need a second coat, but gosh, that shimmer is stunning in there. Kaylee says, I'll eat dinner while talking to y'all. See, you guys can move. You have some freedom. That's why Crystal always makes dinner during my lives. I get to join her for dinner time every night. It's so fun. This is so pretty. Elizabeth says, LOL, we don't want them to leak. Also, Nick sealed most of them. So, ooh, them strong hands from Nick sealing our polishes. That's all right. I appreciate it. I do appreciate a good seal. Again, some of it's, y'all, my hands and arms. My body is sore. My body is so sore. There was so much furniture. So much furniture. All right, first coat of Crown Green. And then last but certainly not least, from our Anniversary Trio, from Pineapples to Checkers, is Glitters of the Past. Let me get... Oh, it was the other topper. I was like, one of them, I know most of it had settled to one side, but we're all mixed up here. It's great. Brain, I lost it on the paper. Okay, Glitters of the Past is a glitter topper with matte pink and green hex glitters, black shreds, and a silver shimmer. It's silver, y'all. That's what it was. This is the best paired over our One Coat Cream Whiteout. It's inspired by Lismos Creations logo. Okay, so we're going to do it on our swatch wheel, and then we could also throw it over top of the white cream later if y'all want to. But for now, we're just going to show it over our opaque-ish swatch wheel. Crystal says, yep, I love having something to distract me while I cook. Well, I'm so glad that I could be part of your dinner experience. Hello, Canadian nail fanatic. Yes, I think I said that right. They started to blur together. Mrs. Rexy, is that your... Let me know what you'd like me to call you. I'll totally call you by your handle, but if you would like me to call you by your government name, just let me know. I am showing off the new fantastical polishes coming from Checkered Finish, aka Lismos Creations. They are rebranding and getting into polishes. And what I have here is their launch collections coming out May 8th. This one specifically is Glitters of the Past. And we did get our pink and our white and our green in there, plus the black shreds. Again, this is a topper, y'all. We're not going to build to opacity, but it's going to be super fun over all kinds of shades. I love that silver shimmer in there. It's really doing so much work. This is fun. I can see this over like a pastel green. It's giving me like Neapolitan vibes. Ooh, not Neapolitan. Spumoni. Spumoni's the one that has pistachio in it. Yes. That's what I'm getting here. I also can see the inspiration of Lismos Creations logo. Celebration of their 5-year anniversary and this transition to the new brand name. Very pretty. Lismo says, it's not a full glitter, full opacity top coat. Yes, you said it. Exactly. This is not meant to be, excuse me, this is not meant to build up to full opacity. It is meant to be a topper. Though you could wear it in a couple coats on its own if you want that visible nail line shimmer vibe, which is also very cool. So that was our first coat of Glitters of the Past. Again, that trio is going to be $11.50 each or $33 for the set. So you do get a slight discount if you purchase the trio together. And then next, I'm going to try and get these on the screen together, y'all. Again, look at the logo. I love it. And we're on there. We're not a sticker. We are screen printed. I love the quality of these bottles. Here is our 6-piece collection. This is the Anthem Part 2 collection. It is a 6-piece collection inspired by songs that helped shape Lismo into getting the courage up to finally make polish. Songs that are some of her all-time favorites while singing about changing for the better and making dreams come true. They're $11.50 and $65 for the set. Y'all, how did we do that? I apologize for anybody's OCD right now. $65 for the set. Again, there is a small discount if you buy the whole set. These are a Neon Flaky Dream. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get them on our swatch wheel here. And it looks like we are starting, of course, here's our wheel again. We are starting with our pink, Chase Your Paradise. A bright neon pink with hollow galaxy flakies shifting between pink, orange, yellow, and blue, and hot pink fine flakies. This is a buildable neon formula. It's designed to be opaque in 2 to 3 coats. She says, I wanted to let the flakies shine with this one. If you wanted the neon base to pop, pair it with a coat of our one coat white polished whiteout. This song inspired is Broadside from it's Paradise by Broadside. I totally read that backwards. Hello, Sasha. How are you? Long time no talk. How are we doing? All right, Chase Your Paradise. First coat, let's do it. We are showing off Checkered Finish's debut launch polishes. So we have 13 stunning polishes that are going to come out May 8th at 8 a.m. Central. I also showed off, gosh, y'all, I can't even, 8 top coats, base coats, plus 1 latex barrier earlier in the video when we were doing our unboxing. We were just into first coats here. We're not very far, so you're right on time. Now, these are neons, and we are on a slightly opaque whitish swatch wheel, so please keep that in mind for the brightness. This is going to be just a little bit tamer on a natural nail, but as Lizmo said, if you really, really want these to pop, you can put it over top of a coat of their one coat whiteout, white cream. Look at these flakies. This is magical, y'all. Sasha says, hey girl, I just got back from vacay, catching up on the world. Oh, I feel that. I'm jealous of your vacay. I hope you had an amazing time. Y'all, these flakies are stunning. Again, not opaque in 1. I do have hopes for 2 because we know I don't have a super visible nail line. So I think on me, 2 is going to be okay. But of course, you can build into 3 if that's your preference. I know I got my 3 coaters in here, Miss Chrissy and Jen. And that's totally okay. These flakies are so gorgeous. You can see every color shift in there. Love it. So first coat of Chase Your Paradise. Again, very much a good Anthem song for getting yourself pumped to do these polishes, Lizmo. Love, love, love it. Next, we're going into the Phoenix, which is our bright neon orange with orange chameleon flakies and an orange fine flakies shifting through all the colors of the rainbow. Again, this is buildable neon formula. It's designed to be opaque in 2 to 3 coats. Wanted the flakies to shine, so again, you could put it over top of the whiteout white cream to really make that neon pop. This one was inspired by the Phoenix from Fall Out Boy. Lizmo says, Sasha, hey, where was vacay? Oh yeah, that's a good question. That's where did we spend some time? All right, first coat of the Phoenix going on. Again, please remember we're on that opaque-ish swatch wheel, so it's having a little bit effect on the brightness of the neons, but not a ton. Hello, Pearly Queen Brighton. Welcome in. This beauty here is the Phoenix in 1 coat from Checkered Finish. It's coming May 8th as part of their nail polish debut collection. Again, we have those beautiful rainbow shifting flakes. Opacity. Definitely want a second coat, but it's expected. We're neons. I don't think I've ever met a neon collection that was 1 coaters. Ooh, she was in Puerto Rico. Very fun. I hope you had a fantastic time and you got to relax a little bit. Kaylee says, I love FOB. What was FOB? Oh, Fall Out Boy. Hey, I put that one together pretty quickly. I'm going to give myself some kudos for that one. I too love Fall Out Boy. So like, I'm not as into it now as Lizmo is, but like, I feel like her alternative punk kind of scene for some of her music, that is very much high school, college Chelsea, and I still love those vibes. So I definitely get the energy, and I love that for this collection. So again, that was our first coat of the Phoenix. Lizmo says 1 coat neons question on it. Please make it happen. Wait, I will jump on those Lizmos for sure. Next, we're going to my Awakening, which I'm trying to find because my brain has decided to not do what it needs to. Okay. My Awakening here is our yellow. This is a bright yellow neon with orange chameleon flakies and Aurora opal flakes that shift between pink, teal, and purple. Again, we're buildable in 2 to 3 coats, and the flakies are really the base for this. If you want that neon higher, you can use the 1 coat white of whiteout. This one was inspired by Awakening by Yellow Card. Christina says, my kids are going to Puerto Rico with school next March. She's so jealous. And Sasha says, we go twice a year and love it there. All right, first coat of My Awakening going on. This collection is so bright and fun and just in time for hopeful summer weather. Again, we've been chilly the last couple days. It was 40 degrees last night, but like hopefully we're going to get some summer soon, and these are perfect for summertime vibes. Again, I'm really digging these flakies in here, all the shifty colors. Definitely need a second. I mean, it's a neon and it's a yellow. Like, they're both fighting against us here, so we definitely need a second coat or perhaps a third. It does say buildable in 2 or 3 coats. For a good neon, I don't mind a 3 coat, even though we're impatient. Y'all know me. But, like, sometimes it's worth it. And this yellow is beautiful. And very highlighter-esque. Christina says, nice to Sasha. Jen says, that pink is screaming at me. Isn't it gorgeous? All right, that was our first coat of My Awakening. Also, really quickly, y'all, before I forget, again, I moved this weekend. I've spent 2 days helping move furniture and stuff, so they're a little bit rough. But my right hand and my cuticles, we're ignoring the rough cuticles. My right hand is Sweet Treats from Loud Babs, and my left hand, again, we're ignoring things. I think they held up pretty well considering how much furniture I moved. Is Clock It from Loud. Both of these are available on the site right now. They're part of Cassie's birthday trio. You can use code Simply Nailing It for 10% off. It is an affiliate code, so if that makes you uncomfortable, you don't have to, but I will have that in the description. Got that out of the way. That way y'all know what's on my hands. Next, we're going into Hey Driver, which y'all know, the green. We had a green. I'm so happy. Elizabeth says, so bright to the pink, and that it is definitely screaming. Sasha says, Midwest Springs is not springing right now. I know. We were chilly this weekend, but I also appreciated it because of us moving that furniture, and it was nice to not be sweating to death. So I wasn't mad this weekend, but I want some warm vibes, y'all. I want some warm. All right. Hey Driver is our neon green leaning blue with Aurora opal flakes shifting between pink, teal, and purple, and hollow galaxy flakes. Ooh, we got some hollow in our green, y'all. This one also buildable in 2 to 3 coats. And it'll pair well for an extra pop of neon with the whiteout. This one's inspired by Hey Driver from Lucky Boys Confusion. Kaylee says, did that. What did we... Oh, you ordered the Loud Trio, Kaylee? I hope you love it. I do. I purposely, like, those are the last things I swatched so I could wear them for the 2 days of moving. I also have their top coat on here, so it's still got some shine to it as well. And my brain just lost what I was doing. Hey Driver, that's what we're doing. We were actually putting this on the swatch wheel. I flipped my paper. I got distracted. First coat, y'all, of Hey Driver. Look at that green. Yes. I'm so glad there's a green. I was gonna riot. Now everyone can stay calm. Oh, I didn't show the flash in the bottle for the hollow, so I will get it out and show it on the swatch wheel. Again, we need at least a second coat. We are neon. It is said that they're buildable in 2 and 3s. Let me grab my flash so we can show the hollow flakies that are in this one. Just some little rainbow twinkles there. Second coat should show them more. Very fun. I'm loving this bright green. Definitely digging this collection's vibes. So that was our first coat of Hey Driver. Hello, Alter Connect. I think I had problems saying your name last time, didn't I? Kat. Welcome, Kat. I'm going to try and remember it. Welcome, welcome. Looks like a rainbow, doesn't it? I mean, it is. We're going to be a rainbow. We got 2 more polishes for this collection. And next we're going into our blue Elevated. Elevated is a bright blue neon with orange fine flakes shifting through all the colors of the rainbow and purple hollow galaxy flakes. Again, buildable in 2 to 3 coats. Will be even more neon over top of whiteout. This one was inspired by Elevated by State Champs. And then I'm going to do the flash this time in the bottle so we can see the hollow galaxy flakes in there. And then we'll show it on the swatch wheel. But I'm remembering my job this time. Flash on bottle, flash on swatch. We do both. All right, here is our first coat of Elevated. Very pretty blue. Feels a little bit more opaque than the others, so I'm definitely feeling like maybe 2 coats on this one. Hello, Zach. Long time no chat. How are we doing tonight? Also, y'all, I just feel like it's been a while since I was live. I know I was live last week, but it just feels like it's been a lot longer than that. Gorgeous. Is everybody getting ready for Star Wars Day tomorrow? May the 4th be with you. We are going to puzzle night with a Star Wars theme this time. Very excited. Of course, we won't win. We never do, but we have so much fun, and I'm really just there for the snacks. Also, that needs to be a polish name. I need a polish named just here for the snacks. Like, I need that. I don't know who's going to make it for me, but it needs to exist. All right. Again, not bad in 1. I think this one will be okay in 2. All those shifts. And then it also has the hollow galaxy flakes. So let me grab our flash to show those. Lizmo says, hi, Kat. Zach says, hello. It's been a crazy week, but I'm hanging out with friends in Texas and going to a concert tomorrow. Very fun. I hope you have a fantastic night hanging out with your friends. What concert are you going to? Because we are, I mean, Lizmo's music here for sure. This whole collection right now is music vibes. So I want to know what you're going to, Zach. What's the deets? Kaylee says, we're all Texan, right? We did. We have Crystal's Texas, Kaylee's Texas. That was our first coat, y'all, of Elevated. And I did just show it with flash. I think I said that, but I have this fear that I forgot to say, here's it with flash when I put the flash on it. Zach says, hope y'all have been well. Yeah, just busy as per usual. You know life. Lizma, all right. What would be in your I'm just here for the snacks? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. I feel like a bunch of stuff. Like glitters, flakies, reflected. Like I feel like it needs to be a kitchen sink polish, you know, a little bit of everything. Just because, you know, I feel like that's how we are when we have snacks. Like when we take snacks to things, also y'all, let's show off this purple, by the way, the, Antidote, Anthem Part 2. When we do snack stuff, we take like meat and cheese and cracker platters and goldfish, and like brownie bites and cookies, and pretty much like you just go down the junk food aisle at Walmart and buy a bunch of crap. So I kind of feel like it needs to be a kitchen sink, everything kind of polish. The Antidote description is a bright purple neon with purple hollow galaxy flakies and fine hot pink flakes that shift through pink, purple, and blue. Again, buildable in 2 to 3 coats, and it will pop more neon over a coat of whiteout. This one is inspired by The Antidote by Story of the Year. Elizabeth says, we're gonna make it. Yay! All right, we'll have to figure it out, though, for sure. And she said, I was just about to ask what concert. Zach said, not a Texan. I'm from Nebraska, but here a lot. Kaylee says, you love it here. And Elizabeth says, we're going to make it. I'm so excited. And Zach, I'm going to see Black Veil Brides from Ashes to New. I don't know if that's Texas 2 or TX2, y'all. I'm so bad. And As December Falls. And he says, I do love it here. Elizabeth says, ooh, nice. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. I think I've heard of Black Veil Brides before, but yeah, I'm sorry. Please don't hate me. All right, first coat here, y'all. Look at that purple. All the beautiful flakes. It is now an official rainbow. We made it. We got the whole rainbow on here, and it is a gorgeous neon rainbow. And those flakies are so shifty. He says it's all rock metal. Okay, yep. So I'm very eclectic. I listen to a lot of everything, but I would say rock metal is probably the lowest on my totem pole of things I turn on. Kevin listens to a lot of like older metal, alternative-ish stuff. So like I hear it when we're in the office together, but it's not my go-to personally. And that's cool. We all have our own vibes and I love that. All right, so this, y'all, was our first coat of the Antidote. Again, opacity. She's not bad in 1. I'm feeling 2 on this one. I think we're going to be 2 on this for sure. Kat says, nice, Zach. I'm seeing, which we just BMTH in less than 2 weeks. Again, y'all, I don't know what that is. That was our first coat of the Antidote. And Kayla says, I had a friend in high school obsessed with Black Veil Brides. All right, y'all. So that was our Anthem Part 2 collection for swatches. Now we're going to go into, I'm just going down the list. If I'm being honest, it's easier on my ADD. So we're going to go into our creams. We have the start of Lizmo's Creams collections, which means we're going to have, more to come. So the start here, of course, are Manny Essentials. We need a basic black and a basic white. These are both labeled as 1 coats, so we're going to put that to the test. And that they also stamp. I'm very excited for that. These are going to be $10 each. We're going to start with the black because it's the first one on the thing here. Kaylee says, what do you listen to? So again, I'm very much eclectic. Like I probably have 7 very, very different radio stations on my presets that we just bump through. I do a lot of country. Again, I'm a Midwest here, so please don't hate me. Don't come for me. I do old school country, new school country. I like them both. I do a lot of pop. I do a lot of alternative stuff, a lot of oldies. And by oldies, I mean like 50s, 60s, 70s, some 80s thrown in there. Not this like 90s or retro oldies thing, though I do love my 90s, childhood boy band, girl band, Spice Girls too. So very much everything. And there's often not a song that I'm like turn off. I don't do really, really hard rap, especially explicit rap. It's just not my vibes. And I don't really do screamo. It's not, again, my vibes. Like, y'all, I am the rainbow My Little Pony here. I like fun. I like music I can dance to, sing to, whatever. So, like, I'm into this. We're not into the dark, moody vibes, if that makes sense. Lizmo says, oh, bring me to the horizon. Oh, I knew that, too. Duh. Thanks, Lizmo. Kat says, okay. Yes, sorry. That was on me. I'm sorry. And hello. I'm going to butcher your handle. Do we have a government name? We do not. Hello, Todd Diane. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance. All right. Blackout, y'all. This is our 1 coat. Supposedly, we're going to test that out. This is our 1 coat black cream polish. Let's get it on. I'm going to do this one on the swatch wheel because we'll be able to really see how opaque it is on that first coat. And then I'm going to do the white on the swatch wheel just for keeping things on the same level, but I'm also going to do it on that naked nail we have so we can see how opaque it is on that 1 coat. So, because I'm very much the same, I'll listen to whatever pleases my ears. Exactly. Like we usually just tell we call it the robot, that is the Amazon listening device. Y'all know what we're talking about. I don't want to set everybody's off in their homes. We usually just say, play some music, and she just plays anything, and then if we don't like it, we say skip, and then it doesn't play again. So we're kind of a listen to whatever vibe is going for the day. All right, first coat of Blackout, y'all. Okay, Lizmo, I see you. Y'all, there's a fuzzy, so that's why I'm doing extra swipes. I'm trying to get it off. Okay, I think we got it. I'm going to put that over on my mat so we don't put it back in the bottle. All right, though. Okay. She wasn't lying. Y'all, pitch freaking black. We love a good 1 coat black. Kaylee's, I'm the same. My places everywhere. K-pop, rap, country, oldies, you name it. Same. Ooh, yes. I've actually gotten really into K-pop lately. That's kind of been my like walking jams. Just, I love the upbeat to a lot of it, and it just helps me keep going. So yeah, I've been very into K-pop lately. I have no idea what half of it is, but I do like the vibes. I just searched Amazon and was like K-pop playlist, and it gave me like top 100 or something. And it's, yeah, very much a mood. Elizabeth says, you may know I'm anything rock. Pop, punk, emo, screamo, etc. Told you. Yep, she was right, y'all. She wasn't lying. Our blackout is a 1-coat black. And look how shiny it is. I'm intrigued to see how this dries. So I will also circle back and we'll see how shiny it dries. Not that we don't top coat things, but I'm just always intrigued by super shiny blacks too. So, Kaylee says Panic at the Disco. Ooh, I do love me a Panic at the Disco for sure. All right, that was our first coat. Y'all, I'm not gonna do a second coat of blackout. It was a 1-coat blackout. We're gonna leave it at 1 coat. So it was our 1 coat of our black cream, and then we also have our white cream. Lizmo says yes. Well, older Panic. Agreed. I'm very much that Panic at the Disco, y'all. That was high school Chelsea's vibe. I had it on my iPod. I listened to it on the bus to the way to school. Yes. All right. 1 coat white is our whiteout here. Again, this one is supposed to stamp as well, so I will test that out off camera just because, y'all, I don't have it set up for stamping right now, and we already have 13 polishes we're swatching. So I will do test stamps for swatches as well as for these, but just know we're going to do that. You're going to see, because I'm very curious. But let's do our first coat. I'm going to do it on the swatch wheel. I'm also going to do it on my nail so we can just see how good it is. Elizabeth's is black and white, our quick drying formula too. Again, we love, which it is. I mean, we're drying pretty shiny. It's not like high gloss, but it's pretty shiny for just the polish drying. So let's get our first coat of whiteout on here. Y'all, there's a dog hair on my screen, and it's taking everything in me not to blow it out so I don't blow in the microphone. Okay, again. All right. Okay, all right. Now, we covered the opaque swatch wheel pretty good. The real test is going to be natural. Also, is that the first time? How many polishes have we done yet? 6, 9, 10, 11 How is that the first time I've gotten polish on my hand, y'all? It's now an official live, but how is that the first time? That's crazy. Kaylee says, love. Okay, so it's pretty good. And opacity wise, we're not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Let's do it on the natural nail because we need to see. Okay, please keep in mind, I am not left-handed and I am going to be doing this with my left-handed, and that doing these in camera are very hard. I usually like to do my thumbs, but she's naked already. So please do not judge the application. We're judging the polish. All right. That might have been a slightly heavier coat than typical. I didn't brush off as much as I would have, but like, that being said, I'm trying to get the little air bubble out of there. Why did I cap that edge that I'm going to then take off tomorrow? I don't know. But it's not bad. I do think it's teeny. There's some streaks, but I think that's because I went and wiped some of the excess off. Also, y'all, that's dry erase marker. Ignore my thumb. We're a mess tonight. We're a mess. I do think we would be pretty much 1 coat. I messed with it a little bit, but it's not bad. I also personally, I still do 2 coats when I do 1 coat blacks and whites. Personally, unless I'm doing something over this. If I was doing a water marble, which I don't do, I can't do. Lizmo's great at them, or a gradient, I would leave it at this. But if I was using this as like a white base with stamping on it, I would do 2 anyways, just to have the like solid base of 2 coats, to keep them from chipping longer and all that jazz. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Kaylee says, no naked nails. No naked nails. This one popped off while moving. It would not still be naked. It's going to come off tomorrow to start swatching all these gorgeous things anyways. And Jen says, wow, isn't it good? Again, it's got a little bit of streak, but I think that's because I played with it. Also, now I'm going to get my very, very dry hands off the screen because they are so dry. I've put on so much hand cream and they are still dry. But she's solid. We are solid. Actually, let me do label shots for you of the creams since we're only doing 1 coat of those. So that was our 1 coat of blackout, our black cream. Again, I want to mention these are 15 milliliter bottles. That's a good size polish. The creams are going to be $10. Kaylee says, Lizmo, you water marble, crazy work. Yeah, she's great at it. And then this is our whiteout in 1 coat. I'll give y'all a screenshot of my natural nail if you want it, but ignore the crusty cuticles. Lizmo says, and that's why I did them quick drying too, for bases for nail art. No one has time to wait. Exactly. Amen. All right. And if you want a natural nail shot, y'all, we're ignoring the cuticles. All right, again, this is only one coat, y'all, of whiteout. I feel like it's slightly blurry, but awesome possum. And then we're going to get into our Flakie's, Topper, specialties. I don't know. The next polishes. We're just going, next polishes are the words we're going with. So we have our Flakie Topper. This is 5 and Shine. This is a flaky bomb with 5 different flakies in it. Again, this one's going to be $11.50. And this just makes me think of crushed jewels. That's the words that I was trying to say. Liz's water modeling is fun, just time consuming. I'm not great at it and I'm impatient. That's why we don't do it here. I don't got time for it. I need quicker than that, but it is really cool. Y'all, this is literally mesmerizing. Like, I want to take a picture of this and zoom in on it and make it a background of some form. I know if I get close, it's just going to blur, although maybe that's mesmerizing too. So good. Okay, first coat, 5 and Shine. I'm going to do it on its own, but also I want to do it over the black. Like, we're going to do it on the black too. There's something in that says do it over the black. So we're going to do it. The intrusive thoughts are going to win today. So first coat of our 5 and Shine. Yep, that's what it's called. This is on its own over our opaque swatch wheel. Again, this is a topper. We're not looking for opacity. It is rainbows in a bottle. Every color you could want there. It is a flaky dream. Elizabeth says yes over black. Yeah, we're going to definitely do it over black. I think I'm going to leave the white and we'll put slippery on the white as well, since it is also a glitter bomb kind of jazz. Words, y'all. Words are hard. So let's do it over the black. I'm going to only do half of it again, so we can still label show. I don't know. Just my brain says only half, but I do want to show it over this gorgeous black too. Yes, look at the difference. You've got like bright unicorn vibes and you've got dark fairy vibes here. I love how the difference in the tone of the flakes comes out. See, now Kaylee says do half nail black and half white. So I kind of feel like because the swatch wheel is kind of white. Oh, wait. Okay. We're going to do it on here too. Because like I said, I really want to do, slippery over the white too. So Elizabeth says do it over black too. Hello, Karina. Okay. So I got the top half of these left open. I guess we're going to do them both this way, y'all. But I do also technically have my white finger. So, all right. I feel like this counts as white, but I'm going to do it. We're going to do the bottom half. I just feel like the opaque swatch wheel kind of gives you the same vibes. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But there it is over white as well. Isn't it pretty? Again, look at those. And it's got some of my favorite flakies in there, y'all. The ones that are blue purple that look unreal. They look like they are a pixelated glitch. Gorgeous. So that's one coat over our blackout on the tip, and then one coat over whiteout, and one coat on its own. Again, we are not opaque. It's a topper. So that was 5 and Shine, which I will do a second coat on its own just so you can see the buildup. Again, it is a topper, so we're not looking for opacity, but I'll do it so you can see it. And then last, but certainly not yet least, good Lord, I can't talk, is Slippery. So this is part of the Ride of the Month collab collection series. Series is the word we're going for. Kaylee says Ghost Flakies series. That's the word I wanted. Elizabeth says, I love the blue flakes too. They're magical, right? They just don't look real. Like, it always makes you think of a glitch in the Matrix. Like, they're just so good. All right. So Ride of the Month is a monthly polish inspired by a car, truck, anything that sparks Lizmo's interest. We all know she's heavily into cars and anything that involves cars. Christina, Tiny Bubbles, gave her the idea. She can't take credit for it. However, it's a great idea, especially because she has so many car ideas and now she can do one a month instead of full collections, which, being honest, will still probably happen. So this month, for the month of May, is Slippery. It is inspired by the 1997 HKS Toyota Supra Hot Wheels car. It's a clear base topper with red, teal, and purple flakes and white circle glitters. She says this is best paired with our blackout black cream. I love the flakes in here. The teal is super pretty, and then you have the white circles. There you can see those flakes a little bit better over here. This is really fun. Again, this is a clear base topper, so we're not looking for opacity. We just want to see what it does. So we're going to show it one coat on its own. Well, we'll probably do 2 coats on its own, but first coat on its own, and then I'm going to put it over that black and that Wong. I was reading Lizmo's thing as I said that. Black and white. And Lizmo says, you're not wrong. There will most likely be a car collections. Of course there will, and that's totally fine. We are good with that. All right, first coat, y'all. I'm going to do a little bit from that second side to see if I can move some of those white glitters. I got all the white glitters down here, and I just want to like, yeah. There we go. Okay, so I love these flakies. Look at that big old purple one in the middle. Again, we're not looking for opacity in this one. It's just going to be a topper. Kaylee says vintage car collection. Vintage, new, cool, old, rust buckets, super shiny, brand new looking specialties, you name it. Lizmo is a car gal through and through. So we're going to see all kinds of carspiration. Also the fact, I don't know if y'all noticed that it specifically said in here, it's the 1997 HKS Toyota Supra Hot Wheels car. And that Lizmo and her husband, well, I guess really it's mostly her husband, Nick's collection, has, I have a polished wall. Nick has a Hot Wheels wall. So I'm sure we will see some Hot Wheels inspired polishes as well. Lizmo says, ooh, yes, Kaylee, how vintage you talking. All right, y'all. So that was the first coat on its own. Let's do it over black and white. I'm going to do it at the top. This is probably the most awkward swatch I've ever tried to do. I don't usually do like the top of a polish. I'm going to kind of like side swipe it. I don't really know what to do here, but we're going to get the vibes. All right. I don't even know if I was in frame. I didn't even look. I'm going to go and do white too, and then we will, then we'll get closer looks. This is very strange angled to do this. All right, I think it's enough to get vibes. Okay, so over the black, I think the white glitter pops more, but it does give it a more of a deep toned. And then over the white, it brightens everything up. I don't even think I got a white glitter. Y'all, that is a terrible swatch. I apologize. I don't even think I got the white glitter on there, but I think they would hide in the white anyways. I think this could be really cool over a gray base or silver even. Very fun. I love those foily flakies, how much movement they have. Welcome back, Jess. Elizabeth says, yes, lots of die cast too. Jen says, ooh, a 67 Corvette Stingray. My dad actually has a Corvette Stingray. I do not know how old it is, y'all. I have forgotten the year. But it has like a specialty kit that was super rare back then that kind of makes it look like a station wagon. It is the strangest looking car, but he has painted it purple and it's beautiful. It does not currently run. He kind of just stopped that project, but it was really cool back in the day, y'all. Kaylee says vintage cars from like 50s and 60s are the coolest. Jess says very nice. Crystal says my stepdad is restoring a Ford Model A. Ooh, very cool, Crystal. Jen says Jess, yes. Again, here it is on its own, y'all. That was our Slippery, the May right of the month. Lizmo says that's super cool, Crystal. Jess says she better say yellow. What are we saying yellow for? Because I said hello to you? Y'all, I'm so confused. Which is nothing new here. Jen said gunmetal or blood red. Ooh, that would be cool on those too. Dang it. Oh, Jen, ooh, what color for Stingray? She said gunmetal or blood red. Dang it. Okay, I got you guys. Okay, I got you. I was so confused. What else is new? But Crystal says this was his retirement project. And Kaylee says there's really pretty blue color you only really see on older cars that I love. We do have a 1980 Scottsdale in our garage, y'all. I know it's not like super, super vintage, but it is blue, which is what made me think about it, Kaylee. We actually call it blue. That is its nickname. We're, But that's, you know, that is one day going to be a restoration project. It was Kevin's grandfather's, and until COVID, it still ran. We still used it. And then we stopped driving and, didn't run it enough. So it needs some love, but, all right. This is everything in one coat, y'all. That is our 13. I can't even fit them on the full screen. That is our 13 polishes coming to the launch release May 8th, 8 a.m. Central. Just as the first boy I ever loved had a 1970 Camaro SS metallic hunter green. I'm not that old. It was classic even when I was in high school. And Lismo says, Crystal, nice. Kaylee says, oh, that's cute. All right. So this is all of our fantastic polishes. We are going to go back and do our second coats, maybe third coats if we feel like it, if necessary. We're almost at 2 hours of this live already, so I don't know how much 3 coats we're going to do. Also, again, I'm lazy, so I'm a 2-coat girly unless we need 3 coats, and 3 coaters can do 3 coaters if you prefer 3 coaters. But we are going to circle back to our anniversary trio and get those second coats done. Again, this is our From Pineapples to Checkers, which is inspired by Lismo's logo, the Lismo's Creation logo, to pay tribute to the last 5 years of it. Lismo says, that's awesome, Chelsea. Our friend has a blue truck like that. Dude, I love blue. When I met Kevin, we drove it all the time. I absolutely love blue, which is why we still have it, and it is taking up literally half of my garage, and my car parks out in the open air, just because we do love blue, and it will be restored at some point. All right, second coat's pineapple pink. This one was our neon berry pink base with strong shimmer leaning hot pink and orange. Again, this is $11.50, or you can purchase the trio for $33. You do save a little bit of money getting the full set. Second coats. The shimmer in this, y'all, is so lovely. And it is pretty opaque to me in 2 coats. I'm happy with that. Again, I don't have a strong visible nail line, so you might want 3 coats. You may want a blurring base coat. That is your preference. This, to me, is iconic Lismo pink, though. Like, Lismo nailed this color. The shimmer is gorgeous. Super pretty. Let me get you a label shot. 2 coats of pineapple pink. And then the second polish from our anniversary trio is Crown Green. This one is an electric teal base filled with chrome aurora shifting between bright teal to turquoise blue. Liz says, I'm glad you love the pink. It's very pretty, very pineapple pink. Also, Lismo, if you're not saying, hey, pretty pineapples, well, I guess you're still pretty pineapples because Nails of Lismo is still a pineapple theme, right? Are you still going to say, hey, pretty pineapples, or do you have a new saying? A, I'm intrigued if you have a new saying. B, I'm kind of sad if you stop saying, hey, pretty pineapples. That would be like if I stopped saying, hey, y'all. Like, that would be strange. This I love. I love the shimmer in this. Very mermaid-esque. Very shifty. Of course, we're a green, so y'all knew I was going to love it. I'm happy with that opacity in 2 coats. Again, a third coat maybe for some of you chronic 3-coaters. No judgments. And that's just going to make that shimmer even better as well. Super, super shifty. Label shot. Liz says, no, pretty pineapples will stay. You're right. It's still my personal nail handle. Okay, that's what I figured. As soon as I asked it, I was like, well, that's dumb because your personal page is different than your brand page. All right, 2 coats of Crown Green. Just says, you better start saying, hey, fucking finishers. That would be hilarious, but also not Lismo's vibe. Kaylee says, now we're saying vroom vroom. Okay, I do like that one. That would be really funny. Y'all, I'm going to get me a drink really quick. A reminder for everyone watching to hydrate. All right. And then last from our trio is Glitters of the Past. This one is that glitter topper with matte pink and green hex glitters, black shreds, and silver shimmer. which Lismo has suggested putting over their whiteout white cream. Here is second coat. Oh, sorry, I dropped the brush. All right, second coat. That silver shimmer is so pretty in there. It really gets almost pearlescent. Again, this is a topper, so we're not building to opacity. Lismo says, girl, to Jess. And she says, I love that so much, to the vroom vroom, let's go. I do love that, Lismo. Vroom vroom, let's go is hilarious. Hello, Jen's Never Nude Nails. We were just talking about you can't have naked nails. I'm glad that you agree. This right here is Glitters of the Past from Lismo's Creations, now Checkered Finish debut collections. It's a beautiful topper. Again, y'all, we're not building to opacity, but look at it over pink. Isn't it cute over pink? If you want to see it over more white, essentially. Super fun. Jess says, I love this topper. Kaylee says, period. And Lismo says the topper was originally going to be a white curly. A white curly would have been fine, but I like the option, especially with that silver in this, to put this over everything. So why am I not giving y'all a label shot? That's what we're doing here. This is 2 coats of Glitters of the Past. And that is the trio. Again, $11.50 each or $33 for the set. You save a little bit of money if you buy the set. It is a great homage to Lismo's Creations and their logo. And now we're going to go into our Checkered Finish era. We're going to start with Chase Your Paradise from the Anthem Part 2 collection. This is our bright pink neon with Hollow Galaxy flakies shifting between pink, orange, yellow, and blue, and hot pink fine flakies. Again, we are a buildable neon formula, so these are buildable to full opaque and 2 to 3. Bless you. Kevin is sneezing down the hall, y'all. It's got dinner cooking, or starting, it sounds like. All right, second coat. Oh, y'all, those flakies. I wonder, excuse me, Lismo, have you tested, are these blacklight reactive? I'm very intrigued. Lismo says, yes, same. Topper ended up winning for that reason. Yeah, I think this being able to go over any color you want is so fun, and then that silver really can pop and show through. Pink is gorgeous. I am not mad at the opacity in 2. I do think 3 would make the neon part of it a little more intense. But the flakies are really there and moving and grooving. Y'all, I'm trying to show this and not stick my hand in all the other swatches since we showed 13 polishes tonight. Beautiful. So that was our second coat of Chase Your Paradise. Again, these are $11.50 a piece, or you can buy the 6-piece collection for $65. And next is our orange, which is the Phoenix. It is our bright neon orange with orange chameleon flakies and orange fine flakies shifting through all the colors of the rainbow. Look at how bright it is. Oop, well, you could see it if I was on screen. Apologies. Elizabeth says, I just checked with my UV light. Yes, they light up so good. Okay, so at the end, we'll turn down our lights, and I will use my little UV keychain and show off that aspect as well, because extra bonus of neons that are UV reactive, blacklight reactive, whatever words y'all want to use, they will glow with the specialty light. Y'all, the flakies, so shifty opacity-wise. Again, I'm not mad at that. You know what? I just realized I have white on. Okay, hold on. I'm not mad at the opacity on this in 2. Again, you may want 3 if you have a strong visible nail line or a blurring base coat. But I just realized I have white on. So if you really want to see the more neon buildup over whiteout, we can kind of do that. So there is our beautiful Chase Your Paradise over white. And then here is Phoenix, 2 coats over white. Look at that. That was such a happy accident. I love that that worked out. Let me label shot. Close bottle first. 2 coats of the Phoenix. Kaylee says rave approved. Yes, for all of those hanging out at night, going out. Not me, because, you know, 9:30 I'm in bed. But those clubbers out there, you going to your all-night raves, you're going to be ready. All right, next we have My Awakening. This is our bright yellow neon with orange chameleon flakes, aurora opal flakes, shifting between pink, teal, and purple. Now, yellow and green, I'm not surprised if we need 3 coats. That's just the nature of neons. But it is very bright on that second coat. Ooh, y'all, I just stuck my hand on the bottle. Okay, there's only, when did I get a flaky on me? I got a little yellow and now I have a flaky or two. I must have done it earlier and didn't realize it. So now there's definitely polish on my hands, way more than a tiny drop of white earlier. So official live, super live. Okay, I'm not mad at that yellow in 2 coats. I think 3 coats is really going to push it. I do think it's slightly on the like jelly-esque vibe. Ooh, look at that long flaky in the middle. Yes. These are so fun. They make me think of like candy. Like it's just a fun sugary candy vibes here. That may just be me. I don't know. But as far as opacity goes, again, I'm not mad at 2. I do think yellow might be better in 3. I will let y'all know on my personal swatches what we do. And then if you want to see it a little bit more neon pop over white. Kaylee says, it's alive now. Yes, I felt like this made it alive, but it really, y'all, that was barely. So the fact that I've stuck my hand in something, now it's definitely simply nailing it live. We put our hand in a thing, it's alive. Beautiful. Just says, okay, if that yellow doesn't immediately turn up the corners of your mouth, you ain't right. Isn't it so pretty? It is such a happy, sunshiny, bright yellow. 2 coats of My Awakening. Liza says, ooh, yes, like rock candy. Yes, that's what it is. It's sparkly, sugary brightness. It's so colorful and fun. I love it. Kaylee says, ooh, these would do a really good gradient. Yes, I could see a gradient of these for sure. Or just honestly, y'all, there's 6 of them. Throw them all on your nails and just be happy. Just do a Skittles with these. Oh, so fun. Next we have Hey Driver, which is our neon green leaning blue with aurora opal flakes shifting between pink, teal, and purple, and hollow galaxy flakes. Sorry, y'all. Lismo says, Jess, don't worry. I love the yellow too. I mean, y'all know I'm loving this green. Again, the flakies, they're so good. Elizabeth says, ooh, I've done gradients with them. I just haven't posted them yet. So definitely make sure you are following the Checkered Finish so you can see all those posts. And also go give the Nails of Lismo, Nails of Lismo. I just meant that. Anyways, make sure you're following Lismo's personal page too, because she's going to swatch her own collection, as well as she is a swatcher, y'all. So she does gorgeous swatches for other brands and shows off their stunning polishes too. As far as opacity on our 2, we are not bad. Greens are not surprised. Greens and yellows, we're not surprised to have 2 or 3 coats on them, but it's not bad in 2. And then over white, bam. Look at how bright she is over white. So again, these are more about the flakies here, but if you want that extra neon pop, throw them over top of a coat of that white coat, our 1 coat white cream here. Stunning. Elizabeth says, oh, thank you. Yes, I do it all, apparently. You do. She is a busy lady. All right, 2 coats of Hey Driver. Next, we're going into our blue, which is elevated. This is our bright neon blue with orange fine flakes shifting through all the colors of the rainbow and purple hollow galaxy flakes. Second coat. Look how rich that blue got on that second coat. And also, y'all, I'm going to note, it does not have that funky smell that a lot of blues have to me. Like, y'all know that pigmenty smell. It kind of smells like a skunk to me. I know people think it smells like other things. I will note that this blue does not have that. So that's another little touch. Again, it's just part of pigment. You don't smell it once they're top coated and dry. But I do like to note it for those who are sensitive to smells. And I do not notice that smell on this one. But again, the flakies are just doing all that work. Jess says, okay, the kid is back. We're having a Squid Games marathon. Gotta run again. So excited for these. Bye, Jess. Have a great night. Kaylee says, Lisbo's the queen. I mean, she does. She's into pineapples, y'all. She stands tall and wears a crown, so it does make sense. Lismo says, I wouldn't go that far. And good to know it doesn't smell owl. I just like to note that for anyone that it might bother. Beautiful opacity. Quite happy with that into... And then over our white, again, it's not quite as bright, but it does make that blue pop just a little bit more if you're wanting the neon aspect really bright. Y'all, these are so good for summer. This is like right on time for our summer vibes. Okay, Kaylee said, Amazon robots. I'm not going to say it to set all of your things, but it would be funny right now. She said, play Busy Women by Sabrina Carpenter. All right, here's her label shot. Ooh, Kevin just cut into an onion. And I think my AC just turned on. That's what happened. Y'all, all of a sudden, I got a whiff of that kitchen. All right, 2 coats of Elevated. Also, now that I post these on YouTube, I really don't want to get any copyright strikes, so I'm definitely not going to say that, but that would be hilarious right now, Kaylee. And I hope you said it so your room is bumping. And then last but not least for our Anthem Part 2 collection is The Antidote. This one is our bright purple neon with purple hollow galaxy flakies and fine hot peak flakies that shift through pink, purple, and blue. She says, LOL, I was hoping I'd get you. Right? We are so used to saying the robot, so we don't set it off in our own house because they're in just about every room here. So I try to be careful, but again, the YouTube copyright laws are so sensitive compared to anything else. So I'm glad that I didn't. I will be honest, I didn't think about that until slightly after the fact, but I'm glad that I didn't say it because I don't want YouTube to pull our video for any reason. Y'all, again, I'm not in YouTube for there is no monetization for me. I'm not there. I've got like 308 subscribers, which I appreciate every single one of y'all. So I'm not making any money off of it, but I don't want my video to get pulled because the whole point of my videos on there is so you can watch the replays easier and at a more leisurely pace. Plus, I know a lot of people often like to throw it up on their TV, and you can't do that here on Instagram. So YouTube is for y'all, not for me. All right, opacity here of this one in 2 coats. Again, I'm quite happy with 2. If we need 3, I will do 3 and show y'all in my personal swatches. I'll let you know if I do 2 or 3, but I think she's going to be good in 2 if you want to see it over white. There it is, just a little bit brighter of the neon pigment against the white. Beautiful. Elizabeth says, try the top coat real quick, turboed. Okay, we'll throw the top coat over one of these too. Here is your label shot of Antidote. Lisbo, do you have a preference on which one you want me to put it over? Which one do you want to be really shiny? My brain wanted to do the first one from our pineapples to checkered trio, but you tell me which one you want me to throw it on. And Kaylee says, ours is named Ziggy. I love that. My aunt had a cat named Ziggy. He was so cute. He's a little rag doll with a, no, I'm sorry. He was not a rag doll. He was a Parisian, yeah, I don't know. He had a squishy face. He was so cute and fluffy, and I loved him. And he was so sweet. Okay. Of course, we already did our 1 coat of blackout and whiteout, which I showed. And we did label shots for that already. And she says, nope. So you're not going to pick one. I just wanted to see how quick it dries. Okay. We can do that. Obviously, you know what? We are going to circle back because I know that these are already dry. So where's my turboed? All right. Again, for reference or for those who just came in, I'm trying to find it on my thing. Turboed is Checkered Finish's Fast Dry Top Coat. This is a super fast dry top coat. It dries in under 4 minutes, and it is tooling free. So Lismo says this will be shower safe in 10 minutes. It is her go-to. Persian, thank you, Christina. Parisian is what came out of my mouth, but Persian. Yes, he was a gray fluffy Persian, and he was super, super cute. He had a super smushy face. All right, y'all, I did not open this bottle all the way. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do a coat of Turboed on here, which is their super quick drying top coat. Not to be confused So sorry, y'all. With Showroom Shine, which is just their quick glossy dry top coat. So here is, I'm so sorry, y'all. Here it is, one coat of the turboed fast dry top coat on top of that something that my brain has forgotten. On top of our pink, pineapple pink. That's what the pink is. All right, Lizmo wants to see how fast it dries. So it is 8:06. At 8:07, if I remember, I will go back and touch it and we'll just see what happens. And we can keep doing that. Does this top coat UV? Is it a UV drying? It is just a regular top coat. As far as I know yet. And Jen says, very classy. Oh, do you mean, is it like UV blocking? Jen, I need more descriptions to answer the questions or to ask the questions to Lizmo to then answer questions. Yes, touch it. I don't want to touch it yet. Okay, all right. It just hit 8:07. All right, we're definitely dentable still. Definitely dentable still. So we'll move farther up at 8:08. We'll give it a little touch a little bit farther up, y'all. Again, I don't even think that was a full minute because it was already probably close to 8:07. But all right, second coats of things. What are we moving on to? Oh, toppers. We're going to do our second tops. Like, does it glow under black light? Oh, that's a great question. We will also test that. I'm going to leave the bottle where I can see it. Actually, I'll put my little black light next. What if I just, okay, so it's not going to show me in the bottle. We'll test that at the end too. That's a great question, Jen. All right. We have our 5 and Shine, which is our Flakie Topper. This is a flaky bomb with 5 different flakes. It's going to be $11.50. Again, we've already done one coat over black and over white. I'm going to do a second coat on its own just so you can see it. It is a clear base, so we're not looking for opacity. I just want to see what happens when we do 2 coats. And it is flaky dense, y'all. So it is pretty decent in 2 coats. If you wanted that, like, just glitter, fun, negative space vibe, you definitely could wear this in 2 coats on its own. Lizma says, ooh, top coats glow under black light. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so some top coats do, some do not. Which sometimes, like, if you use one that's a UV reactive, like if you do it over your black will have a bit of a glow to it, which I guess we could test that too so we could see for sure. But Jen says some do, usually ones with the slight blue or purple tint. Yep. All right, so as far as this goes in 2 coats, again, we're not opaque, we're not trying to be, but you know, that's the vibes. And then we did 1 coat over our whiteout and 1 coat over our blackout. And you know what? Because I did say we were going to try out her top coats. Also, let's try Showroom Shine. I'm going to put it on top of our topper one so you can see that shininess. But because it is 8:09, let's go back and again touch on turboed, which if you guys can see, it did smooth out those fingerprints. It's not quite as shiny down there, but okay, we're still denting a little bit. So 2 minutes is not it yet, but she says it dries in 4 minutes, so we're gonna see. Let me do label shots first of 5 and Shine. Okay. That one, there we go. Here is 2 coats of 5 and Shine, our topper, our flaky bomb. Lizmo says, it didn't go too much for me in the bottle. Okay, so we're going to see. I'm going to put it, I'm trying to figure out if I want to put it over the black. I think I'm going to put it over the black just to see. But we'll do that while we have the UV light out, if that makes sense. I want to show the black without it, and then we'll paint it on and then show the black again with it. Does that make sense? Or maybe I'll just do half. We'll just do half. That makes my brain happier, and it's faster. All right. That was our 2 coats of 5 and Shine. If you want a screenshot of it with the black, it's on the tip here over 1 coat of blackout. And then again, it's on the tip here over 1 coat of whiteout. All right. Again, because I want to show off Showroom Shine, which is the quick gloss top coat. This is still fast drying. It's not as fast drying as turboed, but it is still pretty close. So I want to show off just the shine of this one. So I'm going to do this on the, I was going to do it on the white and black, but actually I think we're just going to go for it right over top of our 5 and Shine. So you can see the shininess of it. So this is the quick drying, not our super fast, just our quick drying Showroom Shine, and it is just that. It is very shiny. You can actually see the difference between it on that 5 in shine just on top of the white, and then here it is with the Showroom Shine top coat. So it is very shiny. And that's 811, so let's go back and touch our turboed. Again, it looks like the fingerprints have already smoothed back out. Okay, I don't see any more fingerprints. So we started, what, 8:07? It's 8:11 now. So is that some math? That's 4 minutes, right? Again, I wouldn't shower. She says shower in 10 minutes, but it's pretty dry. It's pretty dry, y'all, for sure. All right. We were going to do it on our black as well. Okay. I don't even know if anybody wants a label shot of this, but I'm going to give you a label shot of Showroom Shine on top of our 5 in shine. That was that Flakie Bomb. That way, I mean, if you want to see the glossiness in a screenshot, I don't know, y'all. I don't usually show off top coats. This is a whole new endeavor here. Okay. I am going to put turboed over half of the black. So when we do our UV light with the neons at the end, I will show it and we'll see if there's a difference in the glowing or not. So I'm just going to put it on the bottom half. And we're going to leave it be until the end. Christina says, so if top coat is UV reactive, does that mean it won't let the UV through for a solar polish, or does that have nothing to do with it? I have no idea. I do know that some top coats hinder solar polish because they're just a good protectant on your nail. It's kind of like your windshield. Your car windows have a UV protectant in it to protect you from the UV rays while you're out driving your car. So to me, top coat is the same way. It's a protectant on your nail polish. So they're strong, and I feel like that blocks the sun. And then some brands have created, like I have one right here from Lynn B. This is Be Seen. They have created a solar friendly top coat, which allows the sun to penetrate to get that shift more, I guess. I don't know how it works. I am not a scientist, y'all. But I don't know that the whole like slightly glows. You guys can see the difference in colors here. So this is our turboed, which was the fast drying top coat, and then Showroom Shine is our quick glossy top coat. So you have the super fast and then just the quick drying. But you can see the difference in hues. Turboed has a slightly purple blue hint to it, which is why we're questioning if it will also glow, because sometimes they do. But I don't think that has anything with the actual like UV part of it, because again, that my Linby one, it doesn't have that to it, but her normal one doesn't really have a purple tone either. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm not a scientist, y'all. I'm just a girl. Elizabeth says the turbo doesn't have the ingredients that would be bad for solar polishes, but Showroom Shine does have one ingredient that would block solar. I think. I just started looking into it today. Okay, well, there's what Lizmo says about her personal products. Speaking of Lizmo's personal products, let's finish this out. We have to do our second coat of Slippery, which again, y'all, this is our Ride of the Month. It is a car inspired polish. This one specifically is inspired by the 1997 HKS Toyota Supra Hot Wheels car. It is a clear base topper with red, teal, and purple flakes and white circle glitters. We did one coat already here. We're going to do a second coat. Again, this is a clear topper, so we're not looking for opacity. I just want to see what happens when we do two coats. It does have a ton of those metallic flakies in here, so it builds up quite a bit. If you're curious, y'all, I don't know why Instagram is not focusing again. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more, see if that helps. Okay, that's a little bit better. So again, we're not supposed to be opaque, but I want you to be able to see just how much flakies are in there. It is a Flakie Bomb. Now this one is going to have a little bit of texture when it dries. That's just the nature of the beast. I can see it and feel it on these. They're not bad, but I would recommend a glitter smoothing top coat before you follow with actual glossy top coat, which lucky for us, Lizmo has one. I'm just trying to remember which one it is here before I show it to y'all. I believe it's this one. Yes, it is our Cruise Control. That is our smoothing quick dry top coat. So this is your glitter smoother top coat. Again, all top coats and base coats are going to be $9. So I would highly recommend a coat of that before you go in with your turboed or your Showroom Shine top coats. Very pretty. We did that one coat at the top here of the black and over the whiteout. This is, I went overboard and not sorry about that with the flakies. No, if you tell me you're giving me a flaky bomb, I want flakies. So I am not mad that I didn't have to hunt for anything in here. I didn't go fishing. I didn't dig. Everything came out. Here is your 2 coats of Slippery on its own. And then if you want a screenshot of it over white, again, it's 1 coat at the base of this one. And then 1 coat over blackout, again at the base. And that is everything swatched. Don't forget, we had all those different top coats and base coats. Top coats, we've talked about a few because we've tested them out on here, but we have turboed, which is our fast drying top coat. It does not have tooling in it, so if you wonder about that, I'm going to zoom out for just a second here. So we have turboed, and then we have our showroom shine, which is our quick glossy top coat. Still fast, not as fast as turboed. You have our flat out, which is the matte top coat. I'm so excited to try that. And then we have cruise control, which I set it down somewhere and y'all, my brain. Okay, and then we have cruise control, which is our smooth, quick dry top coats. This is our glitter grabber, glitter smoother. That's our 4 top coats that are coming. Again, these are $9 a piece. Y'all, my brain stopped. I was like, why am I saying the word 9? So those are top coats. And then base coats, we had our basic maintenance base coat, which is our deep nutrition base coat. It does have a slightly tan color to it. This would be a good blurring base coat, I think, personally. Then you have our purple pit stop, which is our nail bed healer with lavender, and the weekend warrior, which is our water-based peel-off base coat. And then we have quick release, which is our latex peel-off base coat. And last but finally not least is guardrail, which is that skin and cuticle barrier. It is a scented, it's scented in Christina's Sakura Fields. It is a scented shimmery latex-based peel-off barrier. So again, this is designed for nail art. You put this around your nail to protect it and not get polish on it, and then you just peel it right off. So this is all of our base coats. Again, these are all $9. Everything I'm showing you is available May 8th, 8 a.m. Central on Lizmo's new website, thecheckeredfinish.com. So that's the base coats. That's our top coats. I wanted to re-show you all of that wonderfulness. And of course, if you are already a Lizmo's Creations fan, you love her scrunchy pluses, you love her cuticle oils, that is all staying. It is still available. It will just now be labeled with the Checkered Finish logo. Yes. Okay. What did I see? Hello, Dianix. I always butcher your name. I always do. I'm so sorry. But welcome in. Let's see. Christina said so. Nope. Not that one. Oh, it's been 10 minutes since you put on the pineapple pink. You are correct. All right, y'all. I'm going to give it a good hard squish. Look at that. Y'all, I am, can you see how white my finger's getting? Okay, I dented it a teeny tiny bit. Like I got really in there. I kind of Hulk squished that. So like, we're dry. We're good and dry. Also, because I put, our showroom shine. Yes, I put showroom shine on this one. I don't know how long it's been, but it is also dry. Again, I wouldn't shower quite yet, but like she's dry to the touch. You could move around. You could touch things. I wouldn't try putting on button or zipper pants, but you know, it's pretty good to be able to move. If you needed to get out the door, you could touch your steering wheel with this one. Still quite glossy and shiny too. Hello, Mekit28. I'm so sorry I butchered that. I apologize. Let me know your government name and I will call you by that. Lizmo's laughing at us. Okay, so this is all of our gorgeous polishes tonight. We do still want to show these with the UV light just to see what happens. So I'm going to do that really quickly. I know it's been a long live. Big kudos and cookies to all of you who have made it through the whole thing. If you watch the replay, let's leave some love for Lizmo and this new endeavor and for 5 years of Lizmo's Creations. So leave me some pineapples or some race car emojis in the comments, and maybe some cars that you'd like to see used as inspiration for the Ride of the Month collection. Let's leave some good vibes in the comments here and over on YouTube. All right, I'm going to turn off my little, my arch light here. I don't know why I said little, but I'm going to turn it off. And then I'm just going to grab I have my little black light keychain from Victorian Varnish here. And we're just going to see the neon vibes. All right, I have my paper flipped over. Hold, please. Names. Chase Your Paradise. Oh, y'all, I cannot pick things up. Okay, Chase Your Paradise is our pink. And then our orange is the Phoenix. Green is My Awakening. Oh, I'm sorry, that's yellow. Y'all, it's green under the black light. So yellow goes green under the black light. It very much is black light reactive. And then the green is Hey Driver. Look at that glow there. And then the blue, I'm sorry, I flipped my paper over. The blue is Elevated, which does glow as well. I find blues and purples don't glow that well under UV period anyways, but here it is, Elevated. And then the Antidote is our purple, which again does have a glow, but blues and purples are more subtle. And then because we want to find out if Turboed has any of that blue glow to it, I did put it just on half of this. And I'm not really, y'all, why did that just turn off? Excuse you. I'm not really seeing it. I think the flakies are picking up the blue glow, but I don't think, I only did it on the bottom half of the black. I don't really feel like it's glowing. It might be some other future testing there. Does that pink? No, I don't really think it is, but we may have to do some more testing with that, Jen. I'm not sure that it's putting any form of blue cast on there or not. So, okay, let me turn that light back on for y'all. And then if you want to screenshot our swatch wheel, I don't know if I can fit the swatch wheel and the info form on the frame at the same time, because y'all, that's a lot of polishes. Hello, Killjoy. We are just finishing up. I have just swatched all 13 wonderful polishes that are coming to Checkered Finish on May 8th at 8 a.m. y'all, in the morning Central. This is the premiere launch collections, the brand new polishes from Checkered Finish, who was previously Lismos Creations. They are getting into polishes now, so they have rebranded to Checkered Finish, and this is 13 gorgeous polishes coming from them. We have a trio for anniversary because Lismos Creations has been around for 5 years now. This May, so we have some throwbacks there in honor. Then we have a 6-piece Anthem Part 2 collection, which are these beautiful neon flakies that are blacklight reactive. We have a 1-coat black and white cream, which we tested that, y'all, and they were definitely 1-coat. If you want to watch the replay, you'll see that. And then it has a couple of our topper polishes on top of there, which the bottom half is our 5 and Shine Flaky Bomb. This is 2 coats of it here. And then the top of these is our Right of the Month Slippery, which is in 2 coats here as well. So that's everything we've shown off. They're absolutely fabulous. Again, May 8th, 8 a.m. Central Time. So swatch wheel again. Anybody wants to screenshot that, I'll leave that for a second, and then I will get your little info sheet back out. Lizzo says, thank you for trying these with UV light. I am so glad that we thought about that because it's just extra fun. They're gorgeous on their own, but that is extra fun for anyone who does blacklight stuff. I don't do a ton of it. I do some bingos. I do some mini golf, cosmic bowling occasionally. So, you know, it's every now and then I catch myself under a blacklight. Liz says, oh, and the Anthem Part 2 name comes from the Blink-182 song, as it's like our second Anthem, 5-year nail polish, etc. Oh, awesome. I'm glad that we have that tidbit too. All right, let me get your info sheet out. So this is everything I showed off tonight. It has all of your prices on there. And then, of course, you have that new website, thecheckeredfinish.com. The brand name is Checkered Finish. But because the website is The Checkered Finish, all of their socials, their new Facebook page, go give it a like, y'all. And make sure you're following it here on Instagram, The Checkered Finish. And I believe that is everything. I really don't think I can give y'all the info sheet and no. Ooh, maybe. Okay, wait. If we squish just a little bit. All right. You got a chat in the way, so if you can get rid of the chat, there's everything. There's all of our polishes on our swatch wheel, plus all of our info. Again, anybody wants to try and screenshot that, I'm not sure how well it's going to work. All right, awesome. I'm going to flip you all around. We can chat for just a second and then I will let you go. I can smell dinner. It smells so good. Big kudos. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I know this was a long one. We were on here for quite a while, but it was also super fun and exciting to get to work with Lizmo some more and to get to show off her brand new polishes and this new endeavor in life. I wish you so much luck, Liz. And I can't wait to see what else you come out with in the future. And we're definitely going to have to work on that. I'm just here for the snacks polish because like it needs to happen. I need it. I need it in my life. And Lizmo says it fits. Yes, we got the swatch wheel on there and I can see it all on the laptop. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. I don't know how chats are on different screens, like versus me doing it and y'all watching it and all that stuff. So, Jill says I'm making baked feta tomato pasta tonight. Ooh, that sounds yummy. I don't know what he's making. It's our last Hello Fresh meal that we had left from last week. We'll get 4 more tomorrow. So I don't actually know what it is, but I can smell it and it smells really good, y'all. And I'm definitely hungry. I ate way too much at Cracker Barrel today. I was like, we burned so many calories moving all that crap this weekend that like I needed real food and I ate way too much. So we had that at like 11 this morning and I haven't eaten since because I was full. Don't get me wrong, I'm not starving, but I can smell that and now I'm really, really hungry. So yes to a snack polish, Lizmo says. So yes, thank you all so much for hanging out. I hope that you found something that you love or maybe something you want to try out. There are tons of base coats and top coats there. I'm very into this latex, y'all. I have a collection of them. There are probably 20 liquid latexes on my wall right now from Ribbits, which I do enjoy her brand. I'm not knocking it by any means, but I'm excited to find another brand to get more fun latexes and scents from. I do use them a lot in my nail art collabs. Every time I do nail art and stamping, I use those. So I'm very excited to have another brand to check that out and just other fun things. So I'm excited to play with all these, which I'm going to start tomorrow. I will be swatching the next few days. I'm swatching my little heart out. Yeah. So again, very excited for Lizmo. Congratulations on this next section, your new Checkered Finish era. And I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their night. I know there's not a lot left. And that your Monday is amazing. I know we dread Mondays, but I hope you have a fantastic Monday. And with all that, I will see you in the next one. Bye.